Yeah, that's actually great.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Benchwarmers podcast. This is the coldest that cold opens get. We've been in the Zoom call for maybe a minute and a half. We're firing from the hip today. And me and Grayson were just talking. As we get older, it seems to me like at least the food, you get more excited about the food at Christmas than you do the gifts.
Yeah,
Would you
and I
agree
mean,
on that?
I was saying too that like I get excited about the gifts, obviously, and I mean, like obviously, I think I will say this too. The older you get, I feel like the reason for the season shines through more. Like
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
definitely get like more in touch with your faith, like the later you
hmm
get into Christmas now. But like as a
And
child, like I would have been excited 3 weeks ago for
hmm
tonight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah. And we haven't even mentioned Andrew's very festive Christmas hat that I'm absolutely loving. That thing rules. Little snowman hat for the
Yeah.
audio listeners.
I thought it was really what's the word? Unique, festive, fun,
I was
cool.
gonna say
Yeah,
sexy, but I mean
I
that's
sex.
cool
that's
too.
It's definitely sexy, no
yeah.
doubt about
That's
that.
just everything I wear.
I mean, I agree. Put it this way: clothes
Absolutely.
clothes are lucky to be worn by Andrew Patterson,
True. Absolutely. Oh man.
and we are even luckier when he is not wearing. Okay, all right.
That's for us. What happens off the pod stays off the pod.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta you
Nah.
Man,
gotta pay for the premium subscription on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna start a Patreon with just Andrew's indecence. we're
and
gonna
then we
start an
might even
only
get,
we're gonna start an OnlyFans for Andrew is what we're staying for
and we're
Christmas.
still not gonna get ads for it.
No, absolutely not. But at least people will pay for it. Um,
Yeah, I mean, do we? I mean, I'm just warning all of our listeners here. This is kind of going to be a little bit of a butt naked episode for the three of us,
yeah,
which
literally. I
Yeah.
honestly, I think our best episodes, like if you want to like look at like information value, is whenever like all four of us are extremely prepared. By the way, Bradley is not in Iran this week. He actually had a Jeopardy audition today for next season, and
let's just say it didn't go well.
yeah, we're not going to mention anything else about that because I don't think he would want us to
I
air
don't
him
think
out.
I don't think legally we can because of the situation he's gotten himself into. The things he said on Jeopardy were just so heinous and
Well,
so despicable.
well, see, I was told he did so bad that he owes them money now. He's like working on the set of Jeopardy.
Yeah, he answered in every question like the Sean Connery SNL character from the Celebrity Jeopardy sketch. If you know what I'm talking about. He's a big fan of just pressing the buzzer.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I look like I've driven about 8 or 9 hours straight, it's because I have. We're coming in very hot, 10:15 Eastern time at the almost the 11th hour recording this one, but we're getting the pod out because we love ball. And let's talk some football, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday night football and Mr. Andrew Patterson. Talk about Kirk Cousins. Talk
Bro,
about
let me
talk about him.
I don't think we should talk about Kirk Cousins. I think we should talk about Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Finally, might I
Yes.
add.
Yeah. Okay. Final score Falcons 29, Buccaneers 28. And the Buccaneers, we'll talk about Kyle Pitts here in a second, but the Buccaneers are sliding bad,
Yeah.
very bad. They have just absolutely become a shell of themselves and almost played themselves out of playoff contention at this point. How are you, with all due respect, how are you losing to Kirk Cousins this late in the season?
The truth is because Atlanta's got them dogs, my boy.
He's, I mean, he balled out. He had, I think, 3 touchdowns, really good completion percentage. Um, and he made Kyle Pitts a boatload of money in the offseason. Kyle
Yes.
Pitts is going to get
Mm-hmm.
paid,
Like solely
absolutely paid.
solely off that one game too.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. Patrick or Andy Reid, whoever runs the Chiefs, is going to be like, yeah, if we can get that half the games a year, a third of them, that's all pro status from
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts if he was in Kansas City. But
And ooh, I also want to take this time. I want to give you the opportunity to apologize. You said you spread misinformation last week about Bijan Robinson.
I did, but I never said that Bijan was bad necessarily. I just said that Jameer Gibbs was the best.
I mean, that's fine. But it was implicit.
It was accusatory in a moderate sense, but I'll accept responsibility on that one. Bijan's awesome. He's absolutely electric. He played a huge role. Um, and I don't know, what does this mean for the Bucks? What's the playoff picture looking like? Let's do a quick
They're
Google.
still in
They're
because
still in.
they currently hold the tiebreaker over the Panthers.
Okay,
I
so they could
forget
still win the
I forget
division.
what it's for. Give me 1 second. I will tell you because I don't think they've played yet. I think we were discussing that last week, and
They played twice.
They still have to play twice. So realistically speaking, these final 2 weeks will decide who the division champion is, and more than likely who's into the playoffs and who's out of the playoffs, unless some wild stuff happens where they can both get in.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think the Panthers can. So what if they tie? What's the situation there? Do we know?
You go into the secondary tiebreaker, which is record. If they have the same record, or then you go into then they would have the same record. Then you go to head to head. Then now that we're past that, then you go to divisional record. And in that case, give me 1 second. I can tell you where we are at with that.
Well, and I actually don't think that there's any way.
Common games, common opponents, best win-loss percentage in the conference. Strength of victory is the 5th. Yeah, within a division.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the NFL just has this on their website. This is really the tie-breaking procedures. Go read this, guys. This is very interesting.
Yeah. Is there any wild ones that we're missing?
Well, there's one that says 3 or more.
Oh, damn.
Or you mean divisions that we're missing?
Oh my God. They're both 2-2 in the division. So literally we are going to have to go to one of the crazy tiebreakers if they tie.
Oh, yeah, that'll have to be common games between, So whoever they've played and who's ever won more games between the teams that they've both played.
Carolina beat the Rams, though, yeah?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yep.
I do want to just add a little point that I feel needs to be said real quick.
Wait, have the Bucks played the 49ers?
Give me 1 second.
Remember.
This is great podcast.
They won. They beat the 49ers.
Yeah, they did beat the 49ers. Okay, well, the Panthers lost to the 49ers.
So then they might be dead even.
But the Bucks
so the 4th one would be best win-loss percentage in games within the conference. So their common NFC or their NFC opponents, the best win-loss percentage between that. This is crazy. This could literally go down to the wire. Wait, all the way at the bottom is the 12th, the 12th tiebreaker is literally a coin toss.
What if the coin lands on its side, NFL?
That's how it's looking this season.
Then it comes down to the 2 team captains getting into a wrestling match to decide.
Wait, okay, no, I love that. Who would the 2 team captains be?
Oh, Vita Vea would have
Vita
to be
Vea
the Bucks.
and Derek Brown.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, imagine they just get to bring out legends from retirement, and the Bucks could bring out Ndamukong Suh, the Panthers could bring out Luke Kuechly, or Julius Peppers. Come on.
I would pay some really good money to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
I would pay even more money to see a coin toss to decide the NFC South this year if it goes 12 tiebreakers deep. But that was a crazy rabbit hole. That division's nuts. A game that wasn't quite nuts, starting off the Sunday slate, Browns 3, Bears 31.
Yeah, I do want to make a comment on this because I've seen a lot of stuff circulating online about it. Honestly, I think that this game was not Shedeur Sanders. This game was Shedeur Sanders' fault, but I don't think it's indicative of Shedeur Sanders. Now, if you look at his stats, yes, so far he has really only had 1 great game, 2 mediocre ones, and a terrible game.
Yeah.
But I just think he played a really tough defense today. And let's be honest, he had the worst rookie quarterback game we have seen all season, pretty much.
Yeah, it was really ugly. The Bears, they pride themselves on defense off of turnovers. That's how they play.
Mm-hmm.
And against a rookie quarterback and pretty much an entire offense full of rookies, that's going to be like a feast for a Bear defense.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, the Bears they just steamrolled them. I don't have much from this.
I don't either.
I don't
Yeah.
have much.
Yeah, it's a good team beating a really bad team. Taylor's oldest time.
I guess a positive before we flip. Miles Garrett has 1.5 sacks and he's closer to the record.
Where's he at? Do we know?
Woo!
I don't. I
He is
think,
one sack away. He is one full
one?
sack away.
I thought
Yep.
it was 21 and a half.
So one breaks it?
Yeah, well, because he had a half sack on. It was supposed to be a full sack, but what happened was Caleb Williams fumbled the ball, and he fell on it, which Miles Garrett touched him down, which technically that counts as a half a sack because the second half of the sack was the player giving himself up,
Oh, whatever.
which
Yeah,
sucks. But I mean, it doesn't matter. He's going to get it and probably pass the record by at
He
least 2 to 3 sacks.
He deserves to have it. He deserves something choosing to stay in Cleveland. I still don't get that.
It's like I can't say that on a podcast. Never mind.
Money.
Yeah, it's financial reasons.
I mean, I can say what I was gonna like a word for it. It's like being a cuck at this point, is him staying in Cleveland.
Do you think they have dirt on him? Do we think do we think the Browns have something on Miles Garrett keeping him in
Dude,
Cleveland?
He seems to be way too nice of a guy to have any dirt on him.
Like, did you see what he did to Mason Rudolph? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
okay.
but like
the helmet, yeah.
I was about.
He's since been changed.
I think Mason Rudolph may have had that coming.
He did call him a certain word.
Let's be real. He definitely said it. Had to have said it. He had it coming.
Did.
You deserve to get hit in that if you're calling Miles Garrett that.
Well, yeah, that's just a terrible decision. Like in general, you shouldn't do that. We don't condone that
but
here.
Of all people,
Miles Garrett, literally one of like the top 10 scariest humans on earth right now.
I'd say top 5, easy. He's up there.
Top 5 unarmed, like scariest unarmed humans currently. Like no. Okay, just
Horrible
brief
decision.
intermission here. Who are like the scariest humans on earth currently? Because Miles Garrett's up there.
Alex Pereira,
Eddie Hall,
Hall,
John Bones Jones.
Half to our Bjorns.
Ilya Taporia.
Most women at least once a month.
Yeah. So 50% of the population.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. You know who's kind of I think the scariest female on earth has to be like still Ronda Rousey.
I think it's Ronda Rousey or it's y'all need to get it on the UFC train. This Chinese female fighter, Zhang Wei Li, she's nasty. There's another Russian one, Valentina Shevchenko. Holy cow. Like
I'm telling you, every so often, like the USC will just not the USC. China will just like produce some random athlete who literally does not even have a brain. It's just sport. Whatever sport they have, it's just sport.
They're just absolute demons. Yao Ming.
Yeah. Yao Ming.
Zhang Wei Li. Wait, are there any NFL players from China?
I don't think so.
Young Wei Koo.
He's from South Korea.
He's from Korea.
Yeah, I will say, and I know Hines Ward is Korean.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Hines Ward is half Korean.
Hines Ward's Korean, yeah.
Which is a very strange NFL fun fact there. But yeah.
Speaking of fun facts, before we leave, I don't know if y'all know this. Did you know that the mayor of Knox County is Kane?
Yeah, I've met him. I met Kane.
Yeah.
I've got a picture with him, yeah. He came to a Chamber of Commerce event in Polk County, Tennessee, where I'm from, and was talking to everybody. And I took a video with him for my buddy, who's a really big wrestling fan. And I had him like say hi to my buddy Mason. But dude, he was so nice. He was the coolest dude ever. I loved him. I don't know, like I didn't grow up watching wrestling, so I didn't know anything about him. Oh. But yeah, I was like, he told me, or he was telling everyone he almost played in the NFL. Like he did a tryout with the team formerly known as the Washington Redskins.
Okay.
Yeah, like way back in the day. But he never ended up doing anything with that. But yeah, fun fact, I've met Glenn Jacobs and he is the absolute man. It seems like I don't know anything about his politics.
His real name.
Yeah. Wait, what? This is an NFL podcast.
Yeah.
Ravens 24, Bengals nothing. And
Oh,
ew,
oh,
Yeah,
yeah. The
nasty.
the Bengals are done, and the Bengals are done by a lot.
I think Joe Burrow legitimately, I think he's in some serious therapy, or at least he needs to be. Because every single time the Bengals lose a game or have lost a game this season, he just looks like the most downtrodden, depressed human being that I've ever seen. I feel so bad for the guy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's getting murdered back there. Like
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't know. At this point, like y'all remember whenever they first drafted Jamar Chase, and it was like Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell. Like
Hmm.
who should they have gone with? I
They could have
think
gone
they
with they could have gone with both and
I
been
think they
right.
made the right choice, but looking back, those memes could not be like any truer. Like,
Absolutely. They still
Yeah.
apply.
mhm. Like yes, he is. Every time he gets the ball into Jamar Chase's hands, something big's happening.
Yeah.
The question
But
is,
the question
can he
is,
do it?
can he stay up in the pocket? Can the Bengals protect him? And so far the answer's been no. And yeah, that's been a big issue with them. The Ravens, shout out to them. Lamar played well. He had 100. He only threw 12 passes, 8 for 12, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Derrick Henry had 100 yards. Shout out to him. But yeah, Bengals, Joe Burrow sacked 3 times. He's throwing the ball darn near 40 times because they were playing from behind all game. Um, just can't
And
do anything with that, really.
even even if you look at I guess the running game, Chase Brown had more carries than Derrick Henry did, and he put up half as many yards. Right, so
Yeah.
there's something's not working there. They need to figure that out.
Yeah, they had Samaje Perine and Chase Brown with at least 13 carries, and neither of them cracked 55 yards. Just not really productive. They couldn't do anything. Um, yeah, we're really separating the wheat from the chaff going late into the season. And
Yeah.
this is just another one of those games where it just kind of happened. There were a few like that this week. One game that was very impactful, and we will touch on a little bit more than usual. Chargers 16, Chiefs 13. Grayson,
Oh,
take it.
you know what time it is?
Let's go.
Moment of silence for the Chiefs season being over.
Yeah, we're not doing all that. It's over. They are completely dead, the Chiefs. We are going to see a playoffs
We
without
have caught and neutralized Osama bin Laden.
yes, to the fullest extent. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not be happier. I'm not gonna lie. I literally got out of my car and like hugged my little brother. I was so excited to see them done. God,
They're
just
over. And
Yeah.
Mahomes torn ACL. He's out for probably 9 months, maybe longer.
that I am a little sad about, and we'll get into that more deeper into the episode
Yeah.
because that's a huge loss because that rolls into next season. And that's we've already seen with the Chiefs many times. They are not the same team without Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I just now came up with my hot take. Just now. So keep
I
that in
think I have
mind.
a feeling that already is.
I would also like to
I'm gonna
hit
go
on
down a
that.
rabbit hole.
Your, I guess your hot take last week, right? Patrick Mahomes is going to be on the IR next year. Right?
Yeah.
You're right. He can't be playing on the Chiefs.
He's
Really
not gonna be playing on the
concerned.
Chiefs. I
Wow.
I
He
mean
already has his pick correct. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, I told you one of them wouldn't be. I guess in that sense, I'm
definitely.
absolutely
You got
right.
one of them right.
Yep. I don't think I've ever been right that fast. Um, but the for the Chargers, they're 10-4 now, and I think they're are they firmly in a playoff spot? I would believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sitting pretty solid. Like even if they lose, their playoff probability still sits at about a 90, and they play Dallas next week. Um, so I don't think they're gonna give. I don't think the boys are gonna give the Bolts any issue.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this is going to be a comfy
Yeah.
win, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be. So the Chargers pretty much cement themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Um,
good for them, man. I'm
Good for
happy
them.
to see them
And the
in.
Chiefs eliminated for the first time in what, 10 years? Was it 10 years?
10 years since they've
Yeah.
not been in the playoffs. 9-year division lead streak is over.
And they went to four or five straight AFC championships, four Super Bowls, won three
Crazy
of them.
run.
Yeah.
Will go down as one of the craziest NFL runs we've ever seen. Just
And yeah, it just
it's over.
it's over. It doesn't look good. This isn't like a down year that you can really come back from. Do we think Kelsey's gone?
Oh yeah,
He
like,
looks checked out. He looks completely checked out.
I think he has to retire. You know,
I think he should retire.
He doesn't need to keep playing at all.
No, he's got no need to. I mean, I think he's kind of proven all he wants to in his career. At this point, he's a
first ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot Hall of Famer and a fringe top 3 tight end of all time.
Not crazy to see. He's top 5 for sure.
He's top 5 for sure.
I think that's kind of crazy, you know?
Who are you?
Yeah, who's your top 5 tight ends of all time?
Top 5. Number 1, Tony G.
Valid.
I'd probably go Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp. After that, Rob Gronkowski. And then for 5, I guess 5 is kind of yeah. I guess Travis could be in that 5 spot, but I'd be real skeptical. Maybe Jason Witten at 5.
I was thinking about putting Witten up there, but how important are rings to this ranking?
I don't think it is. I think
not really.
Yeah, I think Super Bowl is more of like a quarterback.
I agree with that.
Team rating, but like Tony G did it on multiple teams. Antonio Gates did it his entire career.
Yep, for the Chargers.
Yeah, for the
Poor
Chargers.
Guy.
So.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I like that. I mean, Travis Kelce, first ballot Hall of Famer. Chiefs dead. Chargers very much alive. Someone else who's very much alive, also at 10-4. The Bills 35, Patriots 31, and Josh.
What a game! First of all,
Josh Allen, freak.
If you did not have the privilege of watching this game, you missed out. This game was awesome.
It was like I mean, Drake May was throwing lead blocks down the field.
Yeah,
was a game. I watched this game. Sorry, I watched this game over the Titans game. Or no, I didn't have to. It was 1:00. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But
both teams wanted to win this game so bad, and it showed. And oh my goodness, what a game!
Yeah,
I really hope there's some way that we can have these two teams meet in the playoffs.
That would be ideal. Both of these teams can pass the ball, they can run the ball, and this was the first game where Drake May looked mortal. Like the Bills did a really good job of covering the Patriots, even with a banged up secondary. Benford was out, the hero from the Bengals game last week, who returned the pick 6, but he was out. And Travion Henderson had 2 touchdowns and averaged 10 yards a flip and carry. Travion Henderson is absolutely a monster.
Oh, yeah. Well, and let me just add this too. Like, I think that this is less related to the game, more related to the future. Now we are officially seeing this from Josh Allen. Joe Burrow is not here to stand in his way. Mahomes is not here to stand in his way. The only quarterback standing in his way of an AFC championship is Bo Nix, who I would argue Josh Allen is significantly better than. Drake May, who he has beat once already this season. He just has to beat him again, possibly. Trevor Lawrence. Old Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, hold on. We'll get to him.
Oh, let's say we will hold on Trevor Lawrence because he did have a crazy day.
Yeah.
Herbert and CJ Stroud as of right now. If it has never been more open.
Yeah. This is as open as it's going to get. I think we lost Greyson.
I think we did
his chance to prove it.
Oh, he's back.
Hold on. We'll let him. He'll get here slowly. But what he was saying, the Bills, this is the most wide open the playoffs have ever been for them. They don't have to go through the usual suspects of Cincinnati, Kansas City, Baltimore. They just have to play some of arguably the best defenses of the past 10 to 15 years in the Broncos and the Patriots, the Texans. Everyone's got a good defense. But I think Josh Allen can take him. This is the year to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, but this game was absolutely electric. I gotta say, I love watching Mac Hollins just down the field. He's so
Hmm.
funny how he just walks into the stadium with no shoes all the time. Sometimes not even a shirt. He's
Yeah.
just a freak of nature.
And the first half and the second half were just also just two completely different games
Oh
too.
yeah, the Patriots went up big. They went up like 21 nothing or 21-7 early, and then
Yeah.
the Bills stormed all the way back. Just
Which,
took it from them.
it's because I was like, oh, Bills are cooked. And then when I turned it back on, I was like, oh,
No, the Bills scored 28 in the second half to the Patriots 7 and got the job done. They just
yeah,
they did whatever they needed to do. I don't know what happened, but um that's the first time we've seen the Patriots look mortal in a minute, and good for the Bills. They needed it.
they
This
did.
this keeps them right there in it. I think they're sitting even more solid at about a no, they're 99% probability across the board.
Yeah.
Win, lose, anything.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, even if they don't win their division, which I don't know if they will have a wild card. So
yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, this game was absolutely electric, and my condolences to anyone who missed it.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah,
a game that at least I missed, and I wouldn't be surprised if my two lovely co-hosts missed as well. Washington 29, New York Football Giants 21, and
Yeah, my
I,
bad. I did not watch this one. We can move on if we want.
let me
This
just
was the doo doo stinky bowl of the week.
this was
yeah.
the doo-doo stinky. These teams are bad. Marcus Mariota played good though. He had a touchdown and 200 yards. Ja'Cory Krotsky-Merritt had 18 carries for almost 100 yards and a
There we
Oh,
go,
touchdown.
Bill.
Yeah, he might be a little bit back. But the news on the Commanders, Jaden Daniels shut down for the season.
Correct decision, by the way, which I'm very happy they did.
100%.
They should have done it a lot sooner. And I've seen some people calling him RG4.
Yeah.
Is that are we calling him RG4 yet?
Uh, I still believe in
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
I think I do too, but
It just sucks right now because that's what it's looking like. Like his injuries are completely already derailed his career a little bit, but he has
yeah,
time to get back on track. But he's got to get back on track fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but at least he'll have the whole offseason to do that. And oh man, I'm looking through the New York receiving stats right now, and I see Jalen Hyatt with one target, and my heart just breaks.
He needs to get out. Like the fact that at the trade deadline too, he was having genuine interest from teams, and the Giants just didn't want to ship him out. That really makes me mad
And they don't play him.
because he
It's
has
so
all the
frustrating.
tool. Like, and clearly, like people are realizing he has all the tools to be great. They just aren't using him.
He won the Bolitnikov.
Exactly.
No, apparently people just forget about the best wide receiver in the country from 2022, but
Crazy.
whatever. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This game sucks, and we're not going to talk about the Giants because of their maltreatment of Jalen Hyatt. But a team we will talk about momentarily is the Eagles. They beat the Raiders, the absolutely lifeless, piss poor, dead Raiders who suck, and I hate watching them. And their existence makes me angry because they're so bad at football. They're
Shout
worse
out
than
the
the Titans.
47 Club.
Shout out the what?
Yeah.
What is that
The 47 Club.
You from last week?
from last week? Oh man,
Yeah.
my mind is
Where you got
failing me.
47 chromosome pair?
That's the Raiders. That's them.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Raiders, Titans, and Jets belong to that club. Because
Yeah.
there's bottom feeders of the NFL right now, and then there's the 47 Club bottom feeders.
I would argue the Titans aren't even like bottom feeders. They're
Well,
watchable.
they're on the
They're-
46 and a half train.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
we'll put them on the 46 and a half.
They
Um,
they sit in like the second to last row of the bus.
yeah. This was a I don't know if I said it. Eagles 31, Raiders 0. This was a game that if Philly didn't beat the like dog poop out of the Raiders, then they would have had some serious red flags, serious alarms going off. But
Yeah.
they did. They whooped them pretty much the entire game. Kenny Pickett started for the Raiders today. You guys remember him?
I do. I do remember Kenny Pickett.
Remember when we
Uh,
all thought he was going to be really great after those like two really nice weeks in Pittsburgh, and then we're like,
you
oh, never
remember
mind.
the play that almost won him the Heisman, the fake slide
The
he did
fake slot.
it got banned the morning after. I remember watching it. It was incredible.
I don't understand why it's banned. Like, I don't feel like it's like that, like game breakingly dangerous to ban it. Is
It's
that crazy?
I mean, I see why they banned it because it's like you're faking up, you're faking a move that a defender can't tackle you on, and then you're staying like legally can't tackle you on,
Yeah.
and then
Sorry,
you're
I'm not a sissy. No, I'm just kidding.
that's what I mean. I'm in favor of targeting. Like I don't like targeting as a penalty. I think you should be able to kill a man on a football field.
I
That's just
will
my own
say
personal preference.
some of those like juiced league ideas. Like, if y'all seen where there's a new sports network that they're trying to create where like steroids are fully legal, like and encouraged,
Heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, I've
and
heard about juice.
they've already got like I think it's literally called like the juice like JL like juice league. And I know that they got some former wrestler to sign, and like they're about to start doing wrestling here soon, which is going to be, and it's like NCAA style wrestling, not WWE style wrestling,
Oh yeah,
which is going to be
like
fun.
Jordan Burroughs style wrestling.
hmm Like where you can actually, but like again, it will be steroids and like less penalties called. So
Yeah,
I'm not, I'm not, I'm not like promoting steroid use or anything, but like that will be fun to
but
watch.
like if
Yeah.
everyone's doing it, then it's even playing field.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if ever and like and if as long as the steroids aren't harmful, if literally every athlete is given the choice to do it, and if you're joining that league, that means you're going to be doing them. Have at
Yeah,
it. Have fun.
Yeah.
And by
yeah,
the way, like in the NFL, like some of their steroid rules are ridiculous. Like if y'all haven't looked into them, there are certain like stimulants, like for like ADHD stimulants, you can't even use because they're counted as steroids.
Well,
really.
they're performance enhancing drugs, but yeah.
Yeah, like because technically, like some like I get like not like banning Adderall because yeah, that would like kind of crack your quarterback out a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But like some light enhancers are banned just because like it would slightly up your focus, slightly up it, which I find kind of crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Which NFL quarterbacks do you think would be the greatest of all time on like a heavy dosage of Adderall? Number one, Will Levis. Number two, Joe Milton.
Great take.
Number three, who's another guy? Desmond Ritter.
I was gonna go with Zach Wilson,
Zach Wilson.
I'd take
Yes.
Zach Wilson.
Zach
and
Wilson.
in the same
Bailey
breath, Anthony
Zappi.
Richardson. Oh,
Anthony
that's a good one
Richardson.
too.
Yes. Bailey Zappi. Anthony Richardson. I'd love to see all of these dudes just
Or,
laser focused, not
or
even
hear me out here.
just completely robotic playing quarterback, just delivering lasers.
Hear me out here. Like imagine like Otto Graham on some like if we time traveled back in time and gave him some trin and told him to go hit the field. Like
Hear me out.
I understand that like the era right after him did include Lawrence Taylor who would play games on cocaine, but like imagine
like they
imagine
didn't
Otto Graham walking out onto the field and be like, all right, he's got
hear,
trin in his system. Let's go.
hear me out. We juice up Miles Garrett with Trent and send him back to the 60s. Yes. Or we do that to like some basketball player. We just give Russell Westbrook a brick of cocaine, let him go nuts on
Yeah.
Bill Russell.
He would go 30, 30, 30.
He would have the greatest game of all time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the Jaguars now. The Jaguars are an interesting team. They beat the Jets 48-20 this Sunday, and they're 10-4. They're looking hot. They're playing very good on all facets of the
They are.
game. Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence, say what you want about him. He had 5 touchdowns today.
Six.
Six. He had a
touchdowns,
he had a
actually.
rushing
He had
touchdown
five
too.
passing.
Yeah.
Literally
Insanity.
one of the greatest games I've ever watched from a quarterback. And I hate the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, he looks like a word I can't say on a podcast. But man, can he play some football?
Yeah. And
I ain't gonna say it.
Oh, I'm not gonna say it either.
Oh yeah, no. But they can get everywhere. Travis Etienne is a threat on the ground and through the air. He had 3 catches. He had a long that 45-yard reception. And 3 catches, 3 touchdowns for him. Just a absolute dismantling by the Jaguars. And the Jets are ugly. Who cares about the Jets? And if you do, why?
Yeah.
They're stupid. Brady Cook
Yeah.
sucks. He still
He's
sucks.
so bad.
He's so bad. 3 picks today, took 3 sacks, 50 rating. Brees Hall, He had 1.9 yards per carry.
It's better than
That's
1.8.
I
Let's look on
mean,
the right side.
but I think the three of us could get more than 1.9.
Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. He had 12 carries, 23 yards, and a long of 13 yards.
That means he's getting hit in the backfield that often. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, but AD Mitchell has been better for the Jets than Sauce Gardner's been for the Colts. He
There
scored
you go.
today.
That's huge. And
He's
I
been
mean, but
nice.
both of them are like not doing as much as promised. So
But I'm reading the Jets leading receivers, and it's kind of funny. AD Mitchell, or in order, AD Mitchell, Isaiah Williams, John Mechie, Brees Hall, Jeremy Ruckert, Isaiah Davis, and then Alan Lazard.
heck yeah.
This is just pitiful. I don't want to talk about this anymore. The Jaguars are
Yeah.
good.
Let's move on to the next game.
Let's move on to the next game. We're not talking anymore about the Jets. And if my browser would let me go back, we are going to talk about the Texans Cardinals game. Texans 40, Cardinals 20. And it's the exact same story. The Texans are good, the Cardinals are not good. And the Texans, their defense is just lights out nasty.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
terrifying. Talk about giving people trend and sending them back to the 60s. Will Anderson is a dude that I think just has trend running through his blood naturally.
Yeah. He might. I mean, honestly, I'm cool with moving on from this game. There's nothing to talk about here. The score tells you the entire story.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett threw the ball 40 times again. Who cares?
Woo.
It's the Cardinals.
Take it,
Yeah.
Grayson.
Man.
What are we moving on to? Which
You know
game?
what?
Who do we have?
Panthers Saints.
Oh God, this one was like my unexpected, like ugly game of the week. Why are
Yeah,
the Saints just beating both like divisional guys now?
Tyler
Saints.
Shuck. It's the Tyler Shuck show.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are
He's
they just like all of a
nasty.
sudden becoming a nightmare matchup for teams?
I
The,
think
the,
Tyler
the,
Shuck is a good quarterback.
He actually is. And I don't think there's any debate on that. He has been playing pretty well.
He's been playing very well. He led in rushing and he had 270 yards and a touchdown through the air. He got sacked 5 times too, but he still had a bunch of yards on the ground. And he's provided a spark to this offense that we haven't seen since their first 2 weeks last year at quarterback.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
he's been fun to watch too. Like he honestly reminds me of a very young, underdeveloped Drew Brees, where he just can kind of sit in the pocket and just pick you off a little bit.
yeah, he's one of those quarterbacks. Like a knock on him was that he's what, 24, 25-year-old rookie.
Yep.
Yeah, he's up there in age, but he's got, I mean, he's not like Drew Brees, but he's maybe half of Drew Brees as a rookie, which is pretty darn good. He's
Yeah,
accurate.
and let's just say it. He's showing his age, but in a good way.
Yeah, he runs the ball well, which is,
Mhm.
you know, which is what you want from a franchise quarterback nowadays. Um, but I love watching Shuck. The Panthers, they just don't win on the road.
Well, they don't win on the road. And here's a cool thing. I guess we wouldn't think about, but the Saints have beaten every opponent in the NFC South that they played.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They swept the NFC South.
You're joking.
From that's how I took it, at least. Because
What? Is
They
this
have okay. They have beaten every team in the NFC South. They've lost 2 games in the NFC South, but they have at least
they've
they
beaten
have a
every
win
team
notched.
once?
They have a
yeah,
win notched against every NFC South team.
Good for them.
Oh, and then I wanted to mention this earlier in the show, just because I find this really funny. Just every division, like division leader, and usually the second place team has a positive overall point differential. There is not a single team in the NFC South who has a positive point differential right now.
It's
The Bucks are at -27. The Panthers are
what?
at -53. The Falcons are at -60. And get ready for this. The Saints are at -106. Now, can you guys guess who has the highest point differential and the lowest point differential right now
In the league?
in the league? Don't think too hard about either of these.
Rams.
You're correct. Wait,
Rams,
no, you're not.
Seahawks.
Yeah, it's the Seahawks and the Rams are number 2.
Okay. And the
Lowest
Raiders.
Titans.
I mean, y'all's 2 answers are 1 and 2. The Titans are at -169. The Raiders are at -167. The Rams are at plus 159. The Seahawks are at plus 163.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And
I
again,
cannot
just to put
wait for Thursday night football. Oh my Lord, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna okay.
Yeah.
Saints 20.
let's just get through this recap quickly now because like
Saints 20, Panthers 17. The NFC South sucks. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Watch some of the games we're going to talk about here in a minute. I hate Google Chrome. Please just load the scoreboard. I'm trying to look. This is what I get for not doing notes. My browser just fails me.
Here, I'll just start kicking them out then here.
Thank you.
Let's go Packers Broncos. Packers 26, Broncos 34, which by the way, this score does not show that the Packers dominated them. Or not the Packers. The Broncos dominated the Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers got a late score in there. This game was a rock out from the Broncos, which by the way, all four of us did pick the Packers last week.
Oh Lord. The predictions, the records are going to be just destroyed this week.
Only one person's record got destroyed.
Really?
And you're looking at them.
You're actually not.
What?
You are now looking at them. Is the first week I have lost the record. You know what? Let's just talk about it real quick. We're not going to make our picks yet, but I went 8-8 last week. Abe, you went 10-6. Andrew, you and Bradley both went 11-5.
Good Lord.
And gang.
That brings our current standings too. I'm sitting at 101-60. Abe, you're sitting at 95-66. Andrew 87-74. Bradley 94-67. It's coming down to the wire.
We need to think of a punishment or something, like some kind of incentive.
I don't hate that. I think there should be a reward for the winner.
I think we should
like a really stupid trophy.
A t-shirt. We'd do a t-shirt.
I like that idea.
We could go like Walmart. Hear me. We can go to like Walmart and get one of those WWE title belts.
Yes.
Right? And then just write Benchwarmers on there and pen, you know.
Yes.
And while we're at Walmart, we might as well pick an outfit for the loser of this to go on a date with.
Oh my God. Yes, that would be incredible. But this was the first game from the Broncos where I felt like they really put it all together. Finally, it's what we've wanted to see from them. Bo Nix played incredible, like literally lights out. 4 touchdowns from him, just absolutely unbelievable. RJ Harvey had a touchdown, averaged almost 3.5 yards a carry. And Bo was getting the ball everywhere. There were 4 players with at least 3 receptions and 3 players with touchdowns. They smacked him. Packers couldn't get anything going. They picked off, Jordan Love got picked off twice. Josh Jacobs, he was effective, but it wasn't enough to overcome the 2 interceptions off of Jordan Love. The Broncos roll, and I think they are the only team in the AFC to have secured a playoff spot. Is that correct? Yes, they have.
Yes,
they have secured their playoff spot.
Kind of crazy to think that the Patriots could not make the playoffs at the current moment. They will, because there's like a 99% chance they do.
Yeah,
but there's a really wild path where they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, things will have to get very interesting.
Drake May is going to have to die on the field.
Drake May and Mike Vrabel and Travion Henderson are just going to have to drive off a cliff or something, or float into the atmosphere for that to happen. But good Lord, I'm rambling tonight. This is great podcasting.
If y'all can't tell, like, we are all tired.
We're all yapping.
This is a great podcast for you to listen to on a long car ride, I'm sure. As we serenade you with our NFL thoughts.
Serenade you with the rawest, realest NFL thoughts from 3 literal geniuses.
Exactly.
And 1 super genius wearing a snowman hat.
Yeah, look at him. See, it even comes out, you know. Little.
It does. You got a carrot nose.
I like this. All right. Let's move into the game that broke my heart, made me want to cry, and made me want to, honestly, just throw my laptop out the window. Because I just got done watching the Titans game and flipped over to see this one. Lions-Rams.
Yeah. The Rams are really, really effing good.
Yeah, and it sucks because the Lions are also really, really good.
Yeah.
It's just that for some reason they can't pull these games out anymore. It feels like the Dan Campbell magic is gone. Like he's still a great coach, don't get me wrong, but it feels like his like weird magic is gone a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of just does the same thing every game, like it'll be 4th and 5, and you're like, hey, why don't you punt it? He's like, no, we're not punting. So,
And
Because
then
I have big balls, so I don't punt.
because I'm a better coach. We run the football here in Motor City.
At their kneecaps.
But if we go down, we're going to bite a kneecap on the way up. Well, coach, you're also going to turn the ball over on downs too. And right now, the Lions are sitting at the 8th seed outside of the bubble. And with the loss next week, that would all but eliminate them.
yeah.
So this was one they needed, couldn't get, and the Rams have secured a playoff spot along with the Denver Broncos. So right now, the 2-1 seeds have secured their playoff spots in the Rams and the Broncos from their conferences. So round of applause to those teams. First two
Also,
playoff teams.
Shout out them two for being two very likable teams. Like I've never really heard anyone say they hate the Rams or they hate the Broncos. Shout out two likable teams being in the playoffs already.
They're not arrogant. Like they've got veterans all over. Bo Nix is very good for Denver. Matt Stafford is probably going to win MVP in LA. And because Matt Stafford played for 15 years in Detroit, you can't hate the guy. You just can't. Nobody can hate the guy.
And also, it's just gonna, in general, like both these teams are like very fun playoff teams. Like the Broncos are literally going to murder you defensively, and then the Rams are going to murder you offensively. It's just such a fun dynamic.
Yeah, this could very well be a top offense versus top defense at the very end type of deal, these playoffs.
For sure.
Which hopefully that doesn't end like it did the last time when Peyton Manning and the good old Denver Broncos ran into the Legion of Boom about 10 years ago now, wasn't? No, that was longer than 10 years ago.
Oh, was it the first time or the second time?
It was the 2013, I think. That was when it was the 43-8 game. It was just
that was 2013. I believe.
Yeah. That's one of the first games I really remember watching. But it was that was bad.
All right, let's just go ahead and kick it over to the best team in the NFL playing a very mediocre team. The Titans somehow lost to the 49ers.
Crazy.
I don't know how that happened, honestly.
Very interesting. Gunnar Helm is elite. That's all I'm going to say. Jeffrey Simmons had a receiving touchdown, and Gunnar Helm is elite. But the 49ers win 37-24. Cam Ward's good. I love him. I love Cam Ward so much. He's my sweet king, and he can do no wrong.
I'm going to the Titans game on Sunday. I'm torturing myself.
Who are we even playing?
The Chiefs.
Ew.
I might have some extra tickets. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all want to come on.
I might.
I
really might.
Like, there's like a 99% chance I will have 4 tickets for the game if we.
Oh my goodness.
Shoot me a text. We'll figure it out.
I like. And it's a noon game. It's gonna be cold, but I want to see the Titans. I need to go to at least one Titans game this year because I always do. But man, this. It's gonna be the Titans versus the Mahomes-less Chiefs.
This is gonna be one of the NFL games of all time.
I'm giving that the doo-doo stinky bowl of the week already.
This is gonna be bum of the week just as a game.
But I do want to talk about Cam Ward as I have every week.
Yeah,
Cam Ward continues to be the most under the radar number 1 pick of all time. Other than Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
The problem with Trayvon Walker is that he's on the other side of the ball. So it's kind of hard to keep up that much with a defensive rookie.
Yeah.
Who shouldn't have even been the number 1 overall pick anyways, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that was a weird draft.
Yeah, that was such a dumb draft. I don't know why they didn't draft Hutchinson number 1. He was like
for
the
real.
Consensus number 1 the entire year. And then they're like, Trayvon Walker.
Oh,
which he's finally shown up. Like he's a great defender.
He's been good, really but player. He's not Aiden Hutchinson.
No, and everyone kind of knew it. Like his ceiling was lower than Aiden Hutchinson's ceiling, and his floor was lower than Aiden Hutchinson's floor.
Yeah, they did it because he was the only Georgia player that didn't get arrested in Athens.
Shout out, man.
They were like, man, this is a huge mark on this guy. They didn't catch him. He can really evade some defenders. We got to take him. But the Niners Titans, this is just good team beating a bad team. We've been over this.
Yeah. And I will say
It's
this
late
too.
in the season.
The
Yeah.
Titans are not every week prove that they have 46.5 because like they really are not that like you cannot just push over the Titans and still win the game. You have to actually beat the Titans to win. The problem is that's not that difficult to beat them.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
play them for a half. After
And
that it completely falls apart.
maybe this is a hot take, but like watching the Titans this season has made me borderline optimistic for them next season because
Oh yeah.
they have so many pieces in play right now who could be really, really, really good. The only
Mhm.
problem is that those pieces are not properly supported or not in their proper position. Elik
Yeah.
Iomanor and Shamir DK have both proven to be excellent players, but not at wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
No. DK is certainly, I mean, he's still leading the NFL in a couple hundred yards in all-purpose yards. Like he's
Mm,
gonna he's I don't know if he's on pace anymore, but he's gonna like set the rookie record by far. I think he's got that
mm,
record.
pretty
Um
much. I
yeah.
think he only needs like 50 more yards to break it or
Yeah,
something.
so even if he's just like a gadget slot receiver kind of guy, he is ball in his hands, he's electric a couple of times a game. Elik needs more development. We need a premier wide receiver one, is what we need.
I saw a like Titans rebuild today. I don't like it necessarily, but I see where they were going with it. I will say, I do think the Titans need to go in the direction of just taking as much. Like, we've already committed to a lot of youth at the wide receiver role. So why not go all in on it and
Yeah.
take another receiver in this year's draft, like higher? I saw someone somewhere, and yes, I'm wearing a Vols hat. We all do attend the University of Tennessee, so we are all slightly partial there.
Hmm.
But Chris Brazzell does feel like a perfect fit for this team as a true
Yeah.
number one because he is a true number one. Whatever team goes
Yeah.
out and drafts him is getting a slightly underdeveloped, but a true number one wide receiver.
I think do you guys think we can get Brazil in the second round?
Absolutely.
I
Especially
think
at how early we're picking. Yes.
I think we can because the Titans are most likely going to be picking top five. I wouldn't take him with the fifth, like top five pick or really anything but a
No.
late first, like
No.
super late first.
Yeah.
Um, at
Yeah, that
most. Um, but
a
yeah,
traded out late first could be selected there, but Titans need offensive line early a lot worse than they need receivers early
we
here.
need everything on the offensive line except Skoronsky. Keep him.
Yeah.
He's nice.
But
Latham's bad.
what I was seeing from a couple of people though is saying that the Titans should go out and get ready for this. I disagree with this, but I want to see you guys' thoughts on it. The Titans should go out and get Debo Samuel and see what he can do. And I was like, but
What?
everyone in the
Well,
comments like, oh, I like this move. I was like, what?
the
No.
Tennessee Titans are the place where good wide receivers go to die.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
think
see,
Debo
no.
needs to go through that.
The problem with the Titans is that the Titans sign players that are well past their prime. Let's say Calvin Ridley, he was great. He was decent in Jacksonville, but he hadn't played in a couple years before his stint in Jacksonville. So, I mean, is Calvin Ridley a premier wide receiver one? No.
No.
Tyler Lockett wasn't.
Robert Woods was not.
Robert
Julio
Woods
Jones was
was
not.
not.
DeAndre Hopkins was not. I could go through an entire list of these.
DeAndre Hopkins.
At the time when the Titans got him, he wasn't. I will
He
stand on that.
he was. We had young talent. AJ Brown. Remember
He was
that?
exciting.
I
He
do
was
remember that.
exciting to get.
He was so nice. But I have a name that we will get into here in a second. Justin Jefferson,
That's an
Yeah.
interesting idea.
because he is. I think he's upset in Minnesota. I think he's
He
very
absolutely
upset.
is.
Like it
Because
seemed.
he's also getting his role currently stolen by a guy who's not better than him,
Yeah.
and Jordan Addison.
Yeah, and he is someone that if I were in the Titans GM, I am targeting with everything that I've got.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
mean you might as well. Why not? Like it's a young guy who is a face of the NFL currently, one of the
mhm.
many faces of the NFL, would bring so much attention to your team. And for a small market team like the Titans, that's really what you need right now.
Yeah,
Keep in mind, you're trying to sell season tickets to a new stadium. Like from a business standpoint,
I mean, think about it. If you're if you're any premier wide receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, um, maybe not Puka or Amon-Ra just because they would rather be on those teams. But
Yeah.
if you're unhappy on your current team, like let's say Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase probably are, um, why not come try it out in Nashville, Tennessee with the first overall pick,
Mhm.
Cam Ward, and a bunch of other decent young skilled talent that you
Mhm.
can lead.
And here's the thing with Cam Ward. If I was a receiver and I was watching Cam Ward, I would want to play with the dude all day.
He
Because
is
Cam
so
Ward
electric.
does not put the ball anywhere where you like. I've not seen Cam Ward throw a hospital ball all year, and I've watched every single Titans game.
He threw Jeffrey Simmons a touchdown off a crossbody throw.
Yeah.
You tell me he's not the greatest quarterback of all time. I'll look at your face and laugh.
Okay. But in all seriousness, like, you talk about guys like coaches who are players coaches. Like, there's also, in a way, quarterbacks who are receivers quarterbacks. Like,
Yeah,
a prime example of someone who is not is Peyton Manning and Trevor Lawrence. Both of them are not receiver quarterbacks. You do
yeah.
not want to be a receiver for either of them. You're going to get the ball, but you might die in the process of it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Austin Colley's brain. If you know, you
Yeah.
know. If you know, that's a relatively deep cut on
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Well, and
But
same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. Like, and obviously, all these guys, except for Trevor Lawrence, are all time great quarterbacks.
yeah,
But you did not want the ball coming out of them. Even Mariota, he would throw the ball at you so fast where it was on you to catch it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Cam Ward will gift wrap these balls to you. He's
yeah,
not gonna. He's going to throw it like into where it could be a little risky, but it's on you to go get the ball from the defender,
yeah.
not get the catch and go to the hospital.
Cam Ward, he's not to say he's a little Mahomey in the style that he'll just kind of flick the ball sometimes. He seems like the type of quarterback to switch it to his left hand real fast and throw it if he needs to.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Cam Ward's doing that next year. I'm going to start spreading Cam Ward propaganda.
And then don't be well because Cam or Chris Collinsworth also needs someone new, as his husband is currently
Yeah,
recovering from an ACL
I can
tear.
hear it now. That looks a little cammy.
Yeah. Wow. Looks like Mahomes tore his ACL. Wow. Now here's a guy who could tear his ACL flawlessly.
Now here's a guy who tears his ACL like no player I've ever seen before. Um,
Wow. Look at the way he tore that. Andrew, you've been itching to talk this whole time. Please take the
Me?
floor. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, I think that the Titans have a lot of good things going for them. They've been getting better every game.
we can score points now.
Yeah.
Like we can keep it close with the 49ers, who are one of the best teams straight up in the NFL that no one's talking about. Um,
Offensively and defense.
offensively and defensively, and it doesn't matter who they start at quarterback because both of them are good. And
And that's a
I think
testament to how good their offense is.
that's a testament to how good their coach is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shanahan, credit to the guy. He wins football games.
Is it crazy for me to say he's the most underappreciated head coach in the NFL?
Not at all. And he's not even talked about for like coach of the year. But if you think about what he's done, there was a game where Brock Purdy threw 4 interceptions and they won by 2 scores.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a testament to playing good football, and he's got the boys playing good football. Um, another team that's playing really good football is the Seattle Seahawks, who
Wow.
are also the class of the NFC and one of the best teams in the NFL. We talked about their point differential earlier. This game barely scrubbed that out for them. Seahawks 18, Colts 16, and Philip Rivers is starting again for the Colts in
He's
2025.
back.
He's
And
coming
let's be
back.
honest, he did not have a bad game.
I mean,
he was fine.
I I didn't necessarily watch this game, but I did watch the highlights. This was a game I made sure to watch the highlights for. God bless Philip Rivers for just getting out there and doing it. He looked like he weighed 50 pounds more than he last did 5 years ago. And
Yeah.
he couldn't throw the ball really down the field at all. He was just throwing checkdowns for the most part, it seemed like.
It's
But
very, very Philip Rivers.
very Philip Rivers like of him. And but he kept them in this game, which is what they brought him in to do. So credit to him. Like I don't know. He's 44 years old or something like that. It's crazy.
He is a grandfather. He has a grandchild.
Yeah, I think he's older than me and Grayson combined.
And a week before this, he was like coaching high school football. Yeah.
Yeah, he was sitting on his couch watching the Colts. And then the next week, he's playing for them against one of the best teams in the NFL and keeping them in the game. Like the
Yeah.
Seahawks had to kick a bunch, like 6 field goals, I think, to win this game.
Yeah. Because I had Jason Myers as my kicker on fantasy.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
6 for 6 with a long of 56, which I believe was to win the game. I might be wrong on that.
I think that is right. I think the 56 was at the end.
Yep. Yeah, that was the game winner, 56. I mean, credit to Phillip Rivers. The Seahawks, they stay in it pretty much at the 2 seed in the NFC. To my knowledge, no, they're at the 5 seed.
Yeah, because they're in the same conference
Oh
division.
yeah, they're in the same division as the Rams. Yeah, and the Rams currently they hold the tiebreaker over the Seahawks right now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but that all changes tonight when the listeners are listening. But we'll get to that in a minute. Credit to the
Yeah.
Colts and Phillip Rivers for barely keeping it close. Um, but what was the next game we had, Grace? And I lost my browser again.
Vikings Cowboys.
Vikings
Yeah.
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys got 9. Am I correct in that?
They did get 9.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he looked good. He looked good in this game, which was really weird to see.
Yeah,
But
it's strange to see JJ McCarthy playing well.
yeah.
And the boys are dead.
By the way, we love to talk about we as in me, like we love to talk about how how good the Cowboys have been this season, like even though their record doesn't show it, and how terrible the Vikings have been. The Cowboys and Vikings have the same number of wins now. And with the Vikings having a head-to-head win over the Cowboys, the Vikings are a better team than the Cowboys,
Yeah.
rankings wise, which is just so strange to me.
Because the Cowboys have played excellent offense and mediocre to bad defense all year, but it feels like they're just more exciting to watch than the Vikings.
Yeah.
But yeah, this puts I mean, the Vikings have been eliminated. They were eliminated last week, I believe. The Cowboys, they're sitting at just a 1% to make the playoffs. They're all but eliminated too. So
They might as well be. I
yeah.
mean, they're eliminated in spirit at this point.
Yeah, it would take a miracle and 3 more for them to get in.
Yeah.
But Javonte Williams has over 1,000 rushing yards.
Which was something that if you told me before the season started, I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, wow, they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for him. Yeah, not much else from this game. Vikings 34, Cowboys 26. Anyone got anything?
No.
No.
I'm good to move on. Let's keep it rolling. Monday Night Football. And let's just say Steelers 28, Dolphins 15. The Miami Dolphins are eliminated, and Quinn Ewers will be starting for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that more here in a second.
That's gonna be electric.
I'm kind of in disbelief at this game in general because it was such a strange game
Yeah.
where Aaron Rodgers looked like prime Aaron Rodgers the entire game, which was so strange.
Aaron
to
Rodgers
see.
was 23 of 27.
Yeah.
He was extremely efficient tonight. Kenneth Gainwell is, I guess he's the best running back on the Steelers all of a sudden. So credit to him. He's looked really good in this offense. And DK had a game, but Aaron Rodgers is the story for the Steelers. And I think if he can keep playing like this, watch out for the Steelers.
I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Yeah.
Because they have the defense to like pull off an upset or two in the playoffs.
They've got the most expensive defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
But as long as Watt can get healthy, because apparently he was in the hospital with some kind of lung issue.
Yeah, it was like a collapsed lung.
Yeah, collapsed lung from some kind of botched team operation or something. Allegedly, I don't know. I didn't read the headline even.
I think Lamar Jackson did it.
And if I mean, I can't say I blame the man. He's terrorized you over the years. But yeah, the Dolphins are officially eliminated. and they're starting Quinn Ewers for the rest of the
Yeah.
season. And
Which, yeah, I
the
mean, that's what you
Steelers,
get.
the Steelers now sit at 8-6, and checking their playoff status, they are currently the 4 seed. They're probably going to make the playoffs. They played
And
Detroit this week, though.
which is a must win for the Lions and a cushion game losable for the
Losable.
Steelers.
Yeah, they can drop this one and still.
They have that cushion game with the Ravens still, which is so nice.
Yep.
But they got to stay on their heels after this Lions game.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you go in, you beat the Lions, right? That just gives you so much more steam because the Lions are a playoff contender. You know?
Oh, if they beat the Lions, they can sit on their ass the rest. Cam Ward, by the way.
Yeah.
They can sit on their Cam Ward ass the rest of the because they're gonna be, if they win out, they're gonna be the 4 seed. If they just barely squeak into the playoffs, they're gonna be the 4 seed. They're the 4 seed if they make the playoffs. Same thing with the Ravens.
Yeah. And I don't think they have to worry about the Ravens that much, to be honest. I'm kind of out on the Ravens. Even, I mean, they beat the Bengals. Who cares? Who really cares?
I think it's a little bit too little, too late for me. They're showing fight too late.
I mean, I was riding them the whole time, and I'm off the Ravens at this point.
Yeah. So let's move off of being off. Let's move off of being off. Let's move on to being on. Let's talk about our weekly award show.
Let's
rock
do it.
Solid performance of the week. Who do you have, Mr. Andrew Patterson, as your rock solid performance of the week?
Mine is Jason Myers.
Yes.
Kicker, Seattle Seahawks.
Man, is this our first ever kicker award to rock solid performance of the week?
I think I've given one.
Okay, never mind.
I think I gave it to Cam. I think I gave it to Cam Dicker one week.
I thought it was Cam Little.
It might have been Cam Little.
Yeah, the 70-yarder.
Yeah, I might have got my Cams mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're giving it to Jason Myers?
100%, because he's the only reason that they won.
Literally,
100%.
he scored all the points. He scored all 18 points. He was 6 for 6 with a game winner 56. He was electric.
Which, by the way, we didn't really talk about this, but I don't think there's a lot of people online were hitting a panic button on the Seahawks. I think this is actually the opposite. I think this is the Seahawks winning a game that felt like a trap, and they got it done.
Yeah.
Which is, it's one of those things where like every team's going to have it. The Rams had it against the Panthers, and like every good team has a weird trap game. And this was their weird trap game against really good.
The Niners had one against the Panthers as well.
Yeah. And this was people are forgetting that this is a very, very good Colts team. It's just they have a weird quarterback situation right now.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic Colts team. It's just that they got it done. And the way they got it done was by getting field goals. And that's a great rock solid performance.
Hey, shout out to them. My rock solid performance. It's hard to decide between either of these guys. No, I'm going to save it. Kyle Pitts, 11 catches, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was the entire offense today, outside of Bijan. And like with Drake London being out, he's just going to make himself so much money over these next couple weeks. They're just going to throw it to him every play, it seems like. But yeah, give me Kyle Pitts. Rock solid performance.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to take the guy who you were debating between here. I'm going to give it to their unit as a whole. I'm giving it to the Jaguars offense as a whole.
Yeah.
But the award recipient is Trevor Lawrence. I wanted to shout out their offense as a whole, though, because Trevor Lawrence had 330 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 5 carries on the ground, 51 yards, and a touchdown. But then Travis Etienne had 12, or not Etienne, I'm not French.
Etienne. You're Italian.
Etienne had the 12 carries for 32 yards.
Yeah.
But he had 3 catches for 73 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Etienne killed it.
The Jaguars are electric.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers. Let me just read you guys. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people caught the ball. That's awesome. And of those people, you have 73 yards, 71 yards from Myers, 66 yards from Brian Thomas, 53 from Parker Washington. The rest were just 1 reception guys. But man, I mean, the offense has been on, but I understand it's against the Jets, but putting up 48 points against an NFL team is impressive.
Yeah. And having 6 touchdowns as one player, that's all-time status.
Yeah.
That's just downright impressive. And this week, after our rock solid performance, I think as a podcast, we've decided to give a unanimous Unk of the Week award. I think
Yeah.
this is one of the biggest, the most grandiose unks that we've had in the NFL in the past couple of years. Philip Rivers started a game, age 44, hit the gong for Mr. Rivers and all of his children and grandchildren. But
Man.
the fact that he started and finished an NFL game and almost won it, he almost won the darn thing, as he would say.
Yeah.
Just downright impressive. Unless y'all had another Unk of the Week, I might have one if y'all don't.
No,
But
and I mean, mind you, Philip Rivers went 18 for 27 with 120 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And he evaded 2 sacks. He took one, but he
yeah,
evaded 2 sacks.
yeah, he was on the couch last week. This is crazy.
Also, he attempted a QB sneak. Now, given he got no yards out of it, but he attempted a sneak. That's pretty
Credit.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool to see. The man's putting his body on the line and he's getting that extra 5 years of health insurance that they give NFL players. Another guy I wanted to shout out, Kirk Cousins. He was the guy feeding Kyle Pitts. Another honorary Unk of the Week. I'm sure he's had this award multiple times and he might get it again because he's fun to watch. Kirk O'Chains.
Yeah.
You like that?
You like that? Love it, Kirk.
Yep.
Keep it up. Greyson, give me your shocker of the week.
My shocker of the week is the man that you picked for your rock solid performance of the week. More than anything, because I wanted to give Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence both an award this week from my hands.
Yep.
Because they both could have won shocker of the week and they both could have won rock solid performance of the week. Because I did not expect either of these guys to go off in the way they did this week. But 11 catches for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns.
No one
Puka
saw that
Nacua
coming.
numbers. That's
Yeah.
Puka Nacua numbers. That's JSN numbers.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
being put
Jamar
up.
Chase numbers.
It's being put up by the man who we have waited to put that up for 4 long years.
This
And he
is
finally did it.
I will be telling my kids about the Kyle Pitts game.
Also, last thing I want to shout out. This is my ADD brain just being scattered this entire episode.
We're so
Shout
bad.
out the uniform matchup from that Thursday night
Yeah.
football game. That was the best. Well, we had that Seahawks
The Seahawks Bucks.
Bucks match. Notice how the Bucks win both matchups, by the way.
Those creamsicles are
The fact they have an orange and a white version too.
so sick.
And then the dirty bird, the white dirty or the black dirty birds, just always.
Those are so sick. I
Yeah.
will say the Thursday night, or I don't know which broadcast it is, but they have the line of scrimmage as orange or red. What happened to it being blue? Bring that back. I can't tell what's the first down and what's the line of scrimmage nowadays. Maybe that's just a me problem and I'm a very stupid person, which is likely, but it confuses my very small brain. My shocker of the week, I'm gonna go with the Bills Patriots. Bills 35, Patriots 31. I didn't expect Josh Allen to literally go God mode and the Patriots to completely fall apart in the second half because I was watching this game. The Patriots were dominant in the first half. It wasn't even close, but
Yeah.
credit to the Bills for fighting back and staying in this race. Andrew, who you got?
My shocker of the week is how do I say it? The Ravens blowing out the Bengals, right?
Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And it was an ugly game.
It was ugly game. I totally thought the Bengals would at least be competitive,
Mm-mm.
and here we
They're
are.
not. They're not. They're at this point they're one of the sadder watches in the NFL.
That's
Yeah.
That's a fair take.
Who would you guys rather watch, the Browns or the Bengals?
Probably the Browns because they got
Yeah, probably the
scared.
Browns.
I would say the Browns because
It's
of
like
all
watching
the
like
rookies.
it's like watching like a baby bird learn to fly with the Browns
You have
versus
hope.
watching an adult bird like
Die.
take its final breaths.
It's like watching an adult bird that like tries to leave its nest and go hunt or something, and it just can't flap its wings anymore, and it just falls to the ground and dies.
And like every 5 minutes, they say something to the likes of, "But we almost won a Super Bowl."
Yeah, we were like 3 yards and an Aaron Donald away from winning a Super Bowl.
If Joe Burrow would have seen T. Higgins, then we would have won the Super Bowl, by the way. Also, Joe Burrow's the top 3 QB in the NFL.
Keep
Just letting you
coping.
guys know.
Yeah,
I,
those
I love Bengals fans because like they haven't learned how to be insufferable yet, just because they've been so bad for so long.
they
But
have
like anytime you get in an argument with a Bengals fan, they're just like, "Put Joe Burrow as the top 3 quarterback." It's like,
he's
congrats.
I like cool when he's healthy,
Yeah.
I guess. When he can
Yeah.
actually play.
What's currently injured on him currently?
Yeah. What's his injury status this week? And
Yeah.
get back with me. Speaking of injuries, we had some major ones this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was our
Yeah.
bum of the week though?
Oh, my bum of the week is whoever the Chiefs paid to injure Patrick Mahomes in some way. Because I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give my hot take right now. My bum of the week is the Chiefs for paying the Chargers to injure Patrick Mahomes in a conspiracy theory to tank for next year and to get the Chiefs Jeremiah Smith in 2027.
No, you know what? I really do. There's some weird, like weirdly fishy things going on with that injury because the Chiefs were cruising towards a loss
Yeah.
in that game.
And
It was
like
not close.
it was very boring.
But
And
now they can pull this whole thing of where Mahomes has never missed the playoffs in a healthy season.
as a starter, yeah.
Yeah.
Which he got injured 10 minutes before they were officially eliminated. So there's going to be Chiefs fans that try to do that, and I'm just gonna give them the old Three Stooges eye poke.
I also just find it so funny that there was literally 6 games that had to go a specific way for the Chiefs to be eliminated. And in the complete opposite of classic Chiefs fashion, it actually happened.
the
It,
the devil magic was not there at all this year. They
it,
lost all their close games, and
it felt like a
they
measure of revenge.
they were bad. The
Mm-hmm.
Who knew that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans would meet on the same day, probably in Cancun?
No, they might be fighting over floaties.
Yeah, they might be like booking plane flights with each other. Nah, they
um,
fly private.
no offense, Andrew, but my bum of the week is not the entire NFC South. It's the people in the NFC South that are actually like have life currently.
Yeah. Which who even are those people, right?
Yeah, like
Who are
I'm
those
sorry,
losers?
yeah, like why are the Saints and the Falcons just beating the life out of like in the past couple weeks? Why are they just beating the life out of this division?
It's it's so confusing. I love it though.
The NFC South is the ACC of the NFL.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're just gonna cannibalize each other every
Yeah.
single year, in
Well,
and out.
it's like do you remember it was like 2014, 2015 whenever the Panthers were almost undefeated and
Yeah,
and they lost the 16th game to who else? The Atlanta Falcons, and we were trash that season, right? We are
yep.
just despicable for this stuff.
I remember watching that game in a random Florida like sports bar that my like because like, I was with my friends on that vacation. Like it was like a 2 family vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I remember, and my best friend in the world, Jack, he's a massive Falcons fan. And I remember watching it at like this little bar, and obviously, like, we're kids. Like, we were just like kind of just catching on to like really being big fans of the NFL. And he was like, "Oh my God, we won the game." And I was like,
Holy cow, you
"You
beat
got,"
the
and
undefeated Panthers.
the best thing is that he's like he grew up a huge Auburn fan. He goes to Auburn now. He's probably listening to the podcast. Like, what's up, Jack?
What's up, boss?
They had to put out Cam Newton. They had to beat Cam Newton to do it. He was like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, it
He
would have been really
felt
cool to be like,
conflicted.
it could have been really cool to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Cam Newton went 16-0. He's like, at the same time, my team put him out, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Could be like my team's the one that made Cam Newton not 16-0.
But yeah, but the NFC South people who still somehow have life are my losers and bums of the week.
Yeah.
That's fair. My bum of the week is none other than Jeremiah Jones, aka Mr. Jerry.
Jerry boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he was sitting up there. What I hate is like they always show him, and he's like Emperor Palpatine of
Mhm.
Star Wars, just in
Yeah.
his chair, and you're just like, I know you are upset right now.
Oh, he's got to be fuming with the way this season turned out.
Oh yeah,
Es- es-
absolutely.
Especially because of the noise he made in the offseason trading Micah Parsons
Yeah.
early on in the season. Um, but that was yeah, Jerry Jones for every week sitting up in the booth looking like Emperor Palpatine. He's a guy like he's just gonna live forever off
Yeah,
of
he might.
stem cell therapy
Yeah.
or something. He's gonna be one of the first people to go into cryotherapy like they do in Fallout and then wake up in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or get his brain uploaded to another body.
he's another one of those people that I guess lives on because of Super Bowl spats, you know?
Yeah, because of like he's one of those dudes that just thinks about the 80s and 90s all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it was better back in the day.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about all the beep. And you're like, Jerry, you can't say that. Jerry, those words are horrible. He's like, what? What are you talking? What? He just sounds like Joe Biden.
So, Abe, what you were talking about before we kicked into this segment, the injuries. Let's kick it back because I feel like we got a perfect double segue here. What you were
Yeah.
talking about and the man we were talking about who traded away a certain man who is injured this weekend.
Yeah.
There are three hugely major injuries, and we've alluded to all of them but one.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the first two of the guys who tore their ACL. And we're going to leave the last guy as a cliffhanger, even though literally every single person listening to this podcast knows who we're about to mention as the third one. Let's talk about Mahomes first, though, because I feel like that's the less important injury now, but the more important injury later, as of right now.
I mean, at this late in the season, the Chiefs won't get him back until at least midway through next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question for them in the offseason becomes who plays quarterback? Who are they going to go out and get for half a season? Because once Mahomes come back, it's his job. It's not like there's going to be any kind of quarterback battle, but whoever comes in has a very real chance to start for at least half the season, maybe the entire season, if Mahomes doesn't come back at all and chooses to take a year off, which I think he can absolutely afford to do.
Yeah.
Like he's already got 3 Super Bowls. He can miss a year.
Hear me out.
I have a name.
I have a name as well. You go first.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler.
Ooh, I was thinking along the same vein there. I was going to say Will Levis.
I was also thinking Will Levis.
I just feel like Will Levis would fit the Chiefs like things so well. Same with I like how we both went like infamous players from our own teams.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
both guys would just fit so well with just being like sling the ball with no regard for human life, you know?
I got one. You want to talk about slinging the ball with no regard for human life? Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston.
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson. Well, is Anthony Richardson going to play for the Colts?
Probably not.
No.
They probably won't.
If we want to talk about their best decision, more than likely, just with how the team is built around Mahomes, they're going to have to get someone who can just sling the rock wherever. If that is where they are, then their top three probably should be some combination of Zach Wilson, Anthony Richardson, and Joe Milton. Because all three of those dudes are just ball slingers, not gunslingers, ball slingers.
I would pay generational money to see the quarterback competition footage between those three on a training field.
Imagine,
that would be so electric.
Like imagine, oh my god, I just blanked on their owner's name. Andy Reid and their owner.
The Hunt.
Yeah, the Hunt family. The Hunt family and Andy Reid walking out and be like, ladies and gentlemen, after going 1 for 33 in our passing challenge, Anthony Richardson is now our starter.
Anthony Richardson is now our starting quarterback.
Zach Wilson.
Deal with it.
Zach Wilson went 1 for 33 as well. Joe Milton overthrew everybody. The problem with Zach Wilson is that he banged my wife.
He banged my wife. Yeah, personal preference against him just because he banged my wife. That would be crazy.
By the way, I'm on a calendar right now seeing when Mahomes' ideal return date would be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because it's at least 9 or 10 months.
Let's see. So let's see. 1.
Hell, he could have another kid by then.
Okay. his minimum return time frame for an ACL when you can start pretty much working on it again would be very, very late August, early September, where he could even like pretty much stand on it again. And then we'd be staring down like early October before he can even come back.
Yeah, before he can even be activated from
And
IR, return to practice or anything like that.
yeah, and he's got to go through that whole process as well, which the Chiefs are going to be so gingerly with him because ultimately, like at that point, you got one, two, three, four, five to six games where he before he could even be activated again. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting storyline to watch this offseason.
It will
Yeah.
be.
That's a big one. Another big one,
Yeah.
but not obviously not as like impactful just because he plays defensive end. But Micah Parsons torn ACL, he's going to be out for equally as long, if not longer,
Yeah.
just because of how pass rushers need their.
Mhm.
Or I would say they need their knees more than quarterbacks do,
Mhm.
just in playing and getting around. But that's a huge loss for the Packers, and
Huge.
it showed for them on Sunday when they couldn't get really any pressure on Bo Nix
Mhm.
at all.
Yeah, and I honestly think that like this is going to be like kind of detrimental to their season, honestly.
And
I
to
don't think
their
it's
off season.
I don't think it's going to fully derail them from the playoffs by any means, but I do think that this first of all, Bears and Lions fans could not have been happier seeing that because
Yeah.
now in those games where the Packers play them, because they do have to play both of them still.
Mm-hmm.
Like your quarterback, because they don't really. The reason why Mike Parsons was kind of a non-factor was because they were double teaming him every play, which would
Yeah.
open up the other guys on the other side to get something done. Now you can just block one against everybody because you don't got Kenny Clark either to create some sort of other presence. They don't have another presence right now, like
No.
another major presence. They're not going to have a pass rush heading into these final 3 weeks, and then penultimately the playoffs. This is
Yeah.
scary for Packers.
It's not looking good. And even in the offseason, what were the hang on, I'm gonna look it up. The trade deals for the Parsons trade. Or do they don't when is their next first round pick, the Packers?
Ooh, I
I
couldn't
know
even
it's not
tell
this
you.
season.
They for two first round picks, a 2026 and a 27. So they don't have another first round pick until 28. The Packers don't. Um, and that's for almost a season of Micah Parsons, which of course you can't like that's injuries happen. You can't really control that,
No.
but
Yeah.
that's just an absolute backbreaker. And
Yeah.
then the other one, Devontae,
Yeah, Devonte Adams.
Okay, Adams.
I didn't see that one. What happened?
So he went into the game with an already aggravated hamstring, and they decided to play him anyways because, you know, why not? So as of right now, he is like doubtful for this Thursday's game, but it's weird. He's doubtful for the rest, like for like every game, like throughout like this like upcoming span because of this really weird hamstring injury.
I feel like that's the NFL's been weird about injuries this year because
Mhm.
early, like midway through the season, Daniel Jones got injured in a game, and it was obvious for a week or two until he, blew his Achilles out that he was playing on an injured knee, or at least in my opinion, I could
Mhm.
tell because
Yeah.
I'm a medical professional. Let me
Yep.
make this abundantly clear. Um, but yeah, guys like him, Baker, who I feel like's been playing injured just because they haven't been as good. Um, but I don't know. I think the Rams can be fine without Devontae
Yep.
Adams. At least it's not like a Micah Parsons where you lose a key young player that's carrying the side of the ball.
I'm gonna add
Yeah.
a caveat to that.
Yeah.
Devonte Adams has 14 touchdowns this season. The second most for the Rams is Colby Parkinson and Puka Nakua tied at 6. They're
I mean,
losing a massive, massive touchdown. And honestly, like he's kind of the guy who draws attention away from Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
He Here's the thing. I'm reading reports
true.
right now. He hasn't practiced all week. He's been wearing one of those like those like bands that you can wear around your hamstring that like supposed to
Yeah.
help a lot. He's been wearing those. He hasn't been walking much. He's not playing
He's
today.
not he's not going to play
Absolutely
today.
not.
There's no
And
way.
if they do, then that's genuinely one of the dumbest decisions that has been made in the NFL this season because they would rather have him in the playoffs than right
That's
now.
like starting Jaden Daniels 3 or 4 weeks off of literally twisting his elbow in half. I wonder if
Yeah,
anyone in the league would do that.
it's crazy if anyone would do that.
Crazy. That would be an incredibly stupid decision, almost fireable in my opinion. But
I'm gonna have to agree. I am
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have to agree.
I agree.
But yeah,
Um,
there's only wow. I don't know why I just went to count that list. There's only two wide receivers on this Rams team outside of Puka and Devontae Adams who have caught a touchdown this season.
let me guess. Two wide receivers, Tutu Atwell is one of them.
Yep. This
Uh,
one guy you've never heard of, I've never heard of.
what
He
what's
only has 5 receptions on the season.
what's his number?
He is. Give me a second.
Like his jersey
I'm
number.
number 15.
No idea. I got nothing.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. No, I got
He
nothing.
was a
Who is
seventh.
it?
He was a 7th round pick out. I can literally tell you, he's a 6'1", 185 pound receiver. He was drafted in the 7th round at pick 242 out of Pitt. And you're still not gonna know who this is.
Who? What's his name? We got to give him a shout out.
Kanata Mumpfield.
Kanata Mumpfield. Shout out to
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Like Jordan Whittington doesn't even have a touchdown yet this season.
Dang. And Devontae Adams has 14.
14,
Who has
which that's a stupid high number.
who has the most?
Give me 1 second.
Who has the most touchdowns?
I'm sure
Because
it's still JSN.
Yeah, I figured
It's Devontae Adams by 3. The next closest is Amon Ra and Trey McBride at 11 and 10. And then Dallas
Never mind.
Goddard. This is an insane list.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Devontae Adams possibly being out for an extended period of time is a lot more impactful than you think it is.
I think you might be right. You might have changed my mind on the fly. I did not realize he had 14 touchdowns. That's
Mind you,
ridiculous.
he's also averaging 13 yards a catch, which for a wide receiver two in the NFL who is targeted a lot, that's
Yeah.
pretty great.
And he's on the wrong side of 30, but he's only 32.
Yeah,
And he's overcome major injury before. So I think if you're the Rams, if he's not fully healthy, he doesn't need to play the rest of the regular season because
totally.
they've already got a playoff spot secured, and this is a guy you want in the playoffs. And we've seen over the league this year, starting guys when they don't need to start, it doesn't end well, and
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go into this time. So shut Devontae down for the rest of the season. That's my vote.
Yeah. Well, and also you got to keep in mind too, this team that you're playing this week has like if you had two wide receivers, like two really good wide receivers going against them, like the Seahawks would have like it would be a little bit more difficult for them. But you got Witherspoon on
They would,
Puka, and then you can put three other guys watching Puka, and you're gonna be fine.
yeah, like Reek Woolen. He's still in Seattle, right?
He is.
Yeah, he's a good guy who could cover. But yeah, shut Devontae down for the rest of the season.
And then bring him back in the playoffs.
Bring him back in the playoffs. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
with shutting down Devontae, it would also be a good time to help develop some of that younger talent.
Yeah, well, because I mean, you're in the playoffs, and you're probably going to be the number 1 seed because if I'm not mistaken, their upcoming schedule is pretty light.
I think so. Yeah, other than the Seahawks.
Yeah, other than the Seahawks. Yeah, they've got. Sorry, Andrew. They've got the Falcons and the Cardinals. So I mean, those are two very winnable games.
Yeah.
They should rest them for the rest of the season, but if they don't, then this could come back to bite them really hard.
If they don't, they are idiots and they need to be called out on.
Yeah, fire their dumb head coach who's done nothing in the NFL.
Yeah, fire McVay and Amy Adams. If they do, give them a call.
Yeah. And by the way, while we're on the topic of this, I didn't put this in the recap. I put this in my notes, and I promised myself I would not take notes on it. But I want to do this on the fly. I was really hoping Bradley would be present for this because I feel like this is such a fun debate. Who are you guys' top 5 coaches in the NFL currently?
Number 1, are we doing like success in previous years, or are we doing this year alone?
Let's just say like you're one of those teams who's just fired their head coach and you have access to any coach in the NFL. Who would you want most right now?
So in this scenario, like head coaches that are winning are available to me. Like I can make calls to say Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, like Mike Vrabel's available, Sean McVay's available, Kyle Shanahan. Everyone is available.
Oh man, I'd go with Sean McVay 1-1,
I agree with that.
maybe Vrabel at 2, Shanahan at 3, Dan Campbell at 4. Honestly, maybe Liam Cohen at 5.
That's interesting. I was gonna go Raheem Mort. No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking of Mike McCoy.
I was gonna go. I feel like Sean McVay is kind of the consensus number one head coach in the
He
NFL right now.
he's the whiz kid. He's the guru.
I was gonna go McVay, and then uh, respect the man. I'm still gonna go with Andy Reid as the second best coach in the NFL
Really?
right now.
Yeah.
Respect
Big
the
Red.
man.
Big Red.
Respect Big Red. Respect Big Burger, man.
I mean,
He's
in terms of dudes, he might be top dude.
yeah, I agree.
Top hoss. He's
And I
top
will say,
hoss.
at this time last season, I would have put Dan Campbell here, but the fact that he's losing these close games this season, he's still my top five. I just can't put him in
Yeah.
number three anymore. And you know what? I'm going to take a guy at my 3 who you did not take at all in your top 5, which I think is probably a very hot take.
Hang on, is it D'Amico Ryans?
It is not D'Amico Ryans.
Okay.
Though I love the sentiment there. I'm going to take Sean McDermott at my 3. Just
I mean,
because
he's kept the Bills contending forever.
the guy just keeps them content. It's kind of the same reason as Andy Reid. I just got to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
Then-
Ooh, Harbaugh. John Harbaugh. Are we saying are we contesting John Harbaugh?
Is
Which
it
one's
crazy?
John?
Is it crazy? Ravens.
The
head
Ravens,
coach.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm not gonna say John right now.
Is it crazy to say that Jim and John to me like are kind of tied right now in terms of who I would rather have as a head coach?
I mean, the
We'll see.
only thing that Jim has over, or that John has over Jim, is a Super Bowl, which they
Yeah,
played together
Against his
in
brother,
against
which is
his,
hilarious to me.
which is absolutely hilarious.
Let's see. Jim has a natty though.
I
Yeah.
mean, but the Super Bowls, I mean, what's better, a Super Bowl or a natty at the Thanksgiving
Right.
table?
That's true.
I don't know, man.
I legitimately don't know. Like that was an actual question. What would you
Oh,
rather
I
have?
mean, I think at one point in time the natty because you weren't paying everybody, but
True.
now I think it's the Super Bowl because everybody's paid. You know.
True.
Though I will say, I think it's more difficult to be a college coach than a pro coach, just because like a pro coach is low key, like you get like 3 months off, low key. Like
And the
college
coaches,
coach,
like they've
you
got
don't get a day off.
college coach, you've got recruiting all year round.
Yeah, you got to recruit. Now you got to
NFL
make sure you keep the players. Now you got to make sure that the money is right. Now you got to make sure
Yeah.
you're coach, and you still got to make sure you're coaching well.
Yeah. And I mean, in the NFL, you've got general managers that can make roster decisions for the most part, unless you're Bill Belichick and just run everything yourself like the shadow puppet emperor. But I don't think I'd rather have a Super Bowl ring. I think that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
It's also like
I'm gonna get one day as a player. Just you wait.
Yeah.
moving on. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, go. We need to move on. It's damn
All
near
right.
midnight here.
Let's just hit a couple quick notes real quick. Let's talk Tua. Let's talk Tua just a little bit here.
Little talk to action. Hey,
We'll talk Tua.
it's a Hawk to a holiday, ladies and gentlemen,
Late,
and
I mean,
we're celebrating.
and let's just go around the room and say this real quick. Do we agree with the decision or no? Because I do.
I do.
Tua's not a good quarterback.
Nope.
And there's no reason for them to start him for the rest of the season or keep him, to be honest.
I agree. I think
Um,
that he is going to fetch value though, for sure, because he had a great 2021 season in his sophomore year. It
Yeah,
was great, and he's shown flashes here and there every season.
yeah.
Flashes aren't going to get you a contract.
Is he worth a first round pick?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think maybe a second. You could,
Mm.
or even do like a third and like a fifth combined.
Yeah, I actually
I
like
could
that
see
a
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and I like Tua. I don't think Tua's that bad. I think the biggest thing that happened with Tua is he just got hurt so much, and now I don't think he can really play to his maximum capacity.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. He was really fun to watch for a couple of years because he would push the ball downfield, and he had guys like Tyreek, Jalen Waddle. others, I'm sure, at some point, but really those two guys that helped him. And with Tyreek being out for the majority of this season and just the kind of hole that they found themselves in, it's the Dolphins just haven't been in a fun watch. And I don't really enjoy watching Tua on my screen.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah,
Um,
fair.
I'm done on him, and I'm really excited to see what Quinn Ewers can do because
he's electric. Like
he's
he's
electric. He is
he's
a
kind of
gamer.
stupid, but he's electric.
He's like a Cam Scatterbo at quarterback, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
uh
Mhm.
he's a gamer. He's gonna go out there and light it up. He's got
Mhm.
nothing to lose. He was a what, fifth round pick?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited. We're gonna see some good old
Might as well.
fashioned Texas Longhorn Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. Which I do just want to say this too. I was watching NFL Live Day. I was watching the posers talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
They want to be us, they're not.
They can
Um,
never be us. They can never be
yeah,
Andrew Patterson with the Christmas hat.
exactly.
They
I
can
mean, they are
try.
poses.
They're posers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which by the way, did y'all see the Ryan Clark take where he said that Bo Nix tore his exact
He,
words
he
were Bo Nix tore Micah Parsons ACL with his sheer elusiveness.
yeah, he's too fast and
And he
he's
said that no,
he's
and
too
I'm
nasty.
yeah, I'm not saying this as a like, man, he's so good that like people tear his ACL. No, he was literally blaming Bo Nix.
Yeah, he
Like
was
like
like,
Bo Nix like grabbed his ACL and just like it was
oh
so
my
weird.
God. And his suits are ridiculous. Someone
Yeah.
needs to tell him that someone needs to gift him a mirror for Christmas.
Oh yeah, badly. But
Yeah.
what it was not Ryan Clark who said this. One of the analysts on there said, and like whenever they said this, I was like, oh, that's a great take. The Dolphins are in the same position that the Broncos were a couple years ago, where they were fresh off of a Drew Lock experiment, and then right afterwards a Russell Wilson experiment, and all they needed, like they had an okay team around at the time. They just needed to get a young quarterback to get like the cogs rolling. And they're like, that's exactly what the Dolphins need to do and just take a crack at it.
Yeah.
You
Now,
saying they take a
obviously,
crack at it in this quarterback class?
why not? You're taking a crack at it.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying in the first round. I'm saying like, look at a guy who has a lot of upside, take him, go for it.
I mean,
Or
we're in a spot where we can see that this week. They did that with Quinn Ewers this offseason. I mean, let's see what he's
Yeah,
got. I'm
I do agree with that.
yeah,
I say
I
let it
like that.
fly. Yeah.
He is a
Let's
pro style quarterback. We do need to keep that in mind. He
They
was the
ran that
number
at
one.
Texas, yeah.
He was the number one high school recruit of all time because he was such a pro style quarterback.
And we've seen him. I mean, we haven't seen in the NFL, obviously, but at Texas, he had that ability to push the ball downfield that I feel like Tua has been lacking, at least this year, maybe over the past couple of years.
I will
But
say it's gonna be weird seeing an offensive adjustment from Tua's game to Quinn Ewers' game because they are polar opposite quarterbacks.
yeah, Quinn is he's a gamer. Guy's fun. I'm so excited to see him work.
I agree. I agree. And I will say that like Tua seems like such a genuinely wholesome dude. It sucks to see him struggling this bad. But whenever you get beat in the skull 35 times a year, what do you
I
think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I've got Sports Center up on the TV next to me, and the headline literally just read Tua's time done in Miami.
Apparently
And
it
it
is.
was it was showing Tua getting sacked as we were talking about it. That's insane.
Sorry, I just had to pull out my all time favorite Tua moment.
Dude, the
It's ter-
fingers.
it's
The,
terrible to say that's my all time favorite moment, but the part that made it like bad was the announcer be like, and oh, Tua hit on that one. It looks like he's throwing up some symbols there.
oh, and he's just on
He's
the
just-
field like unconscious, having a neurological reaction.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
like the entire stadium all goes like in unison. Like everyone watching the TV also knew that he had like genuinely got like a terrible like concussion, and the
Yeah.
announcers were like, "Oh man, he's been down on the ground throwing up them symbols for a second now."
No, they'll watch Tua like stand up and then
Yeah.
fall back over, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, quarterback's a little shaken up after that hit."
Now here's a guy who had too much fun at the bar last night.
Now here's a guy who needs to lay off the Modelo's.
Here's a guy who Mahomes would beat. No,
Who
but
who's a guy? Here's a guy that won't be starting for the Dolphins next year.
officially,
I think
officially,
he's done. I think he's done.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for him to be done. Like he's still at a point in his career where he can go and revitalize it.
Yeah. Send him to Las Vegas.
Why not?
Who
Why not?
cares? Why not? That's where quarterbacks and dreams go to die.
Where
But hey,
everybody goes to die.
That's
yeah,
where everybody goes to
that's
die.
where bank accounts go to die.
For sure. No doubt about that.
Well, all right, let's hit our power rankings, and because it is getting close to midnight, we're hitting the midnight hour here. Let's hit some power rankings. Let's hit some predictions. Let's hit some hot takes, and let's hit the hay.
Let's do it. I'm going to start
Uh,
off the power rankings
please
this
do.
week. I'm going to go just from the top, the two teams that have secured their spot in the playoffs, the Rams and the Broncos. I'm going to put them 1 and 2. And then right below them, the two teams that are also number 2 in their conference, the Patriots and the Seahawks. Then I'm going to put the 49ers and the Jaguars right there with each other. And then after that, I'm going to go with the Bills, the Texans, and the Lions. And then at my 10 spot, I'm going to put the Chargers. Just because I feel like if they can protect Justin Herbert and continue to play good to great defense, they will be a fun team to watch in the
Yeah.
playoffs. But we'll see. Chargers are going to charger. Eventually, it's going to happen.
I like that. My top four is pretty much the same. I have Rams, Broncos, I got Pats, and then Seahawks after that.
Oh yeah, those are easily the 4 best. I think
Yeah.
if there's any 4 teams that have separated themselves, it's those 4.
Oh yeah, easily. Five. I'll probably go with the Eagles at 5. I'll put the Texans at 6, Bears at 7,
Mm,
the Jags at 8. I had to throw in the Niners, so they'll be 9, and then for 10, we'll go Bills. I don't believe in the Bills as much as you do, but they're gonna be in the playoffs. So
Josh Allen is going. He is. This team lives and dies by him.
yeah,
If he has an off game, they lose. If he's on, they win. That's plain and simple.
period.
I'm just saying, since being confirmed to be a future father, he is 1-0. So
The guy's having one of the greatest, like
he might be having one of the greatest years of life we've ever seen.
to date, like starting back of last year, he's having one of the years of all time.
Yeah,
Straight up.
literally. I mean,
But
pretty much, yeah.
he's throwing dimes and
He's throwing dimes
impregnating them, you know?
and getting pregnant. Greyson,
Yeah.
give us your power ranks. Let's
My
move
top
on.
4 is the same as per expected, though I will say I was really tempted to give a tie at 4 to the Patriots and the Bills just because of I think the Bills can get hot off of that win, honestly. But
Yeah, that's a
can
culture setter.
can and do is a very different thing. So I've got Rams, Broncos, Seahawks, Patriots. We all agree on that.
Yep.
Then the Bills. Then I have the Niners at 6. They've been the quiet
Yeah.
beat everyone. And
They're just
I'm
a
taking
solid
those.
team.
Then
Yeah.
my 7 is the Jaguars. I mean, they are showing out right now. I would not want to play them. Then I have the Chargers. Then I have the Packers. Then I have the Bears. Then I have the Texans. Something about the Texans to me, the way you feel about the Bills, Andrew,
Yeah.
I feel about the Texans for some reason.
I
I
mean,
just
that's
can't.
fair.
I
Is it
can't
the
put
s-
my full trust in them yet.
Is it a Stroud thing?
I don't even think it is at this point. I think it's an entire offense thing. Like their offense still just kind of weirds me out a little bit. Like
I see
I
it.
feel, I feel like Nico Collins just all of a sudden turning it on, and this whole offense just all of the sudden turning it on kind of weirds me out a little bit. But
Yeah. And like their run game is usually pretty hit or miss.
yeah,
Their pass game is hit or miss. But I think I'm so high on the defense that I think that the defense can take where they need to go. This would be
I
like a
will.
2000 Ravens all over.
I
Yeah.
will say their defense is strong. Like if we are ranking this team purely based off of who I would not want to play, like this power rankings was purely based off of who I wouldn't want to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, scariest playoff teams. Texans are top 5.
I would. I'm looking at these teams right now. I think the Rams are the scariest team in the league and the scariest playoff team. That's not really a debate. Same thing with the Broncos. You do not want to play the Broncos in the playoffs just purely because
No.
of defense. I would rather play the Texans than the Seahawks in the playoffs,
Or you
or
would rather,
rather play the
yeah.
Seahawks than the Texans. Like
I'd rather play the 49ers than the Texans.
I, yeah, I totally agree.
I'd rather play
I
the
mean,
Jaguars.
yeah, the Texans in the playoffs are not a team you want to see. And it's not because of what they put out there on it's not really because of what the scoreboard shows. Your offensive line might not survive the game. Your quarterback might not survive the game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And they've
Yeah.
got like and here's the thing with the Broncos and the Texans defenses, because I would say they're in the same vein, honestly.
Yep, I
You can
agree.
point out holes in every defense in the league except these two. I could not point out a hole in these defenses, honestly.
No. Like they're all
The
just
only
incredible units.
and like it's not even one of these things like where it's like in the NFL nowadays, you need a star pass rusher, at least one star pass rusher. Both these teams have that, with the Texans having two.
Yep.
You need linebackers who can just hold the fort down really well. Both these teams have the two best linebacker cores really in the league.
And then the
You
two
need
best secondaries.
yeah, and then the two best secondaries with and those secondaries are just so well built that yes, both these secondaries both have one stud. And while Patrick Surtain is on better than Stingley, it's not by much.
No, Stingley's been absolutely locked down this year. Petrie's been
Yep.
good. Kamari Lassiter's a demon. Broncos got dudes too. They got Hufunga. They got Riley Moss. Shout out to him.
Man, I love Talanoa Hufanga. I've always ever
Love
since he
him.
started popping out on the 49ers, he might be the most selfless defensive player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's I love him. You never hear his name ever, but
No.
he was all pro a few years ago, I
Yeah,
think.
he plays. I mean, he genuinely plays like how I'm not saying he's as good as him. Do not construe my words here. He plays like how Troy Polamalu played, where it's just like
Yeah.
he's there, he flies around the field. He's not going to get a hit stick because he knows it's not a guaranteed tackle. He might knock the ball away because he'd rather knock the ball away than get an interception for himself. He's just selfless. He's
Yep.
the exact defensive player you want to have on a team.
Great.
Yeah.
Just and he contributes massively to that Broncos secondary.
Yeah, great name too.
Yeah.
Talon Hufunga.
Hufanga.
He's got the
Manungai.
Palomalu hair too. Manungai. I love
We need like an
Manungai.
all name team. In the award show, we need to give out our all name team.
Yes.
And those two guys will most certainly be getting awards.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
Manungai.
let's stop burning the midnight candle a little bit. Let's start burning two midnight candles even. Let's talk some picks. And this pick might be fun because we're all tired. We all might be a little delirious for this.
Little wonky.
A little wonky. We maybe one day we need to have like
We need
Actually, I'm
to do either
Team.
these are hypotheticals, an either extremely sleep deprived podcast or an extremely inebriated podcast.
yeah. All right. Every time Grayson says, "Hear me out," take a shot.
Yeah, this is a fun game you can play at home with your friends listening to the Benchwarmers podcast. Drink whenever Abe says or Grayson says hear me out.
Yeah. Anytime Andrew says a take that's slightly questionable, take
Yeah.
a shot.
Anytime Andrew picks a plus 200 underdog,
Yeah.
take a
And
shot.
anytime Bradley is not on the podcast, you got to take 3 to begin the show.
Yeah, and then just keep rolling from there.
I love how we all just took our own shots there.
Dude, we're gonna have some fun in the off season. But starting with some predictions, what's the schedule looking like this week? We got this Thursday tonight.
Which is crazy that the game of the week is tonight.
It's it's on paper, it's the best possible matchup. 1 versus 2 in the NFC.
Have I ever mentioned how I kind of hate this? Is probably a hot take. I kind of hate whenever the game of the week is a night game, unless it's really close to the playoffs. I just think that 3:25 Sunday slot for the game of the week is just so clean.
Yeah,
Something about it, I just love it.
it is because you get done with the morning slate, and then you're like, okay, that crop of football is over with. And then, I mean, if you're a playoff team, it really helps because it clears things up to where you need to be if you're playing in that later slate. But night game, Prime Video. This is the penultimate Thursday night football game. They got Christmas games next week, but I think that's it for the season with Thursday night football, to my knowledge. But
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Rams Seahawks, the spread, if you're interested, Seattle by 1.5. Boys, what are we picking? I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, I am going with the Los Angeles Rams.
Grayson, is it 3
I'm
nothing?
gonna save the graphic guaranteed here because I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
I like it. I like it.
And
Yeah.
then,
And
by the way, we do not have Bradley's picks yet. He's gonna make all the picks beforehand. Don't worry, Bradley's not a cheater.
no,
Um,
he'll have him in.
he probably should have cheated on Jeopardy today, considering he didn't get a single question right. But
I mean, how do you not get a single question? Well, that's a story for another time.
We just have to
Um,
watch the play.
yeah.
yeah,
We've got I'm looking at the schedule. We've got 2 Saturday games this week.
we do. I was literally about
Yep.
to say we are getting to the end of Thursday night games, but the return of Saturday games, which
Yeah.
I really also I'm 99% sure that the NFL and the NCAA work together this year because thank God that we have NFL games going on during the JMU Oregon game and
Oh,
the Tulane Ole Miss game. So I can at least split screen them because by the second half,
yeah.
those games might be over.
Ooh,
Anyways,
we're gonna
Yeah.
wait. Just
Poor
go ahead and
Oregon.
we're
we
gonna
will
do
pick those though. We
we're
will
go-
pick
we're
those.
gonna pick
Don't
some
worry.
college football, and I might change one of my picks.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We will pick them.
But
Um,
Saturday, 5 o'clock
Saturday.
kickoff Eastern time, we got Eagles at Commanders, and if the Eagles don't win this game, then they're completely dead. I'm picking the Eagles just because they have to win.
Yep, same.
I think the Eagles is a smart pick.
Don't do it. Don't make the
Really?
people take a shot. He's
Do
gonna do
you, you really don't think the Commanders are gonna win?
it.
I'll go
Do
with
you?
I'll go with the Eagles, but I want everybody to know I'm skeptical.
Okay.
Oh,
And-
I'm
and-
skeptical of this game too. A 5 o'clock Sunday or Saturday kickoff. This feels like a very perfect time for the Commanders to just pull their random weird win.
Mario,
It does.
3 touchdowns, revenge game incoming.
That'd be
Bill,
beautiful.
Bill's gonna run for $1 million, you know?
Yeah, and then
Oh.
our second night game in a row that will be an absolute just masterclass of a game. Hopefully,
This is gonna be a good
again.
one. Yeah.
Packers at Bears. I don't know if y'all saw some of the videos of Soldier Field last week. It's next level cold in
It looks like hell on
Chicago
earth.
right now. Yeah.
But
They had to stop selling sodas because everything would freeze the second they pulled it out of the freezer.
yeah.
Oh,
Fortunately for the Packers, they're very used to that. If any team in the NFL could come to Soldier
Mhm.
Field and play in the cold, it's the Packers. But they are coming in without Micah Parsons. They're not going to be able to get to Caleb Williams. Give me the Bears.
they're coming in to Chicago without Micah Parsons. And this is a Ben Johnson led Chicago Bears.
Yeah. They're looking to get revenge at home.
Just what do you say?
The Bears.
What you call it? Go Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. That's 3-0 Bears. Moving on. First Sunday game. We got Bills at Browns. Buffalo is favored by 10.5. Are we all going the Bills? We're all going the Bills.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Next one I've got is a pivotal match. Actually, you know what? We're going to save that one. We're going to save that one because it is kind of the pivotal 12 o'clock matchup, but an interesting one. Chargers at Cowboys. Will the Cowboys play the gravedigger role here?
Nope. Nope. Chargers. Bolts.
Bolt up.
I've
Bolt
got the
up.
Bolts as well, which by the
Yep.
way, last week we did pretty good when we picked across the board. There was only only two that we got unanimously wrong, which was Packers Broncos and Vikings Cowboys, which one of those was an upset and I'm fine with.
Yeah.
And then the other one was just a strange scenario where in a really close game we all picked the same team, which doesn't happen very often.
We picked what, 9 unanimous or something
Yeah,
like
we
that?
picked 9 unanimous and we got 7 of them right. So
Look at us. We know ball.
look at us.
We know serious
here.
ball. Yeah, but we're taking the Chargers in this one. And then another 1 o'clock kickoff. This could be either game of the week or doo-doo stinky bowl of the year. Bengals at Dolphins. I'm gonna take Quinn Ewers and the Dolphins. Just for fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I think that is the fun pick. I don't think the Bengals can be any more disappointed, so they're gonna win. I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals too, purely as a morale win at this point.
Just give them something to play for at this
Give them
point.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, the Dolphins being 6-9 would be pretty
Mhm.
funny.
By the
Yeah.
way, the next three games that we're about to rattle into are all contenders for Doo Stinky Bowl of the Week or Doo Stinky Game of the Week. And let's just hit the first one with Jets at Saints.
I might throw up in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
taking the
this.
Shuck Show.
I'm taking the Shuck Show and the New Orleans Football Saints.
You know, I can't. I can't. I don't. I think the Saints are decent. The Jets score more, and they just lose in other ways. I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
hate
can see
that.
it.
And then Doo Stinky Contender Game of the Week, number 2, Vikings at Giants.
Ugh. I don't I'm not gonna watch this game. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and
No.
say, give me the Vikings.
I'm not even. I'm looking at this, and I'm not even. I don't think either of these teams are going to win. But
Yeah.
but I'll go with the Giants. I think the Giants play a harder brand of football. And you never know what you're going to get with JJ McCarthy. So,
True. Yeah, if JJ
Yeah.
McCarthy comes out really stinky doo doo, then it's things could get ugly fast.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process here. Also, in general, it does not the Giants don't look like they're trying to tank. Every other bad team looks like they're actively trying to tank. The Giants don't.
Giants got
I,
a little fight in them.
I don't think we're gonna get 2 straight bad week. I don't think we're gonna get 2 straight 9 weeks. So I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah, the odds of that are slim to none.
Yep. Which
And
I think
then
makes this it doesn't make this like a matchup where the Giants are better. It just makes it an even matchup.
should we move into the doo doo stinky bowl in Nashville?
That at least one bench warmer will be in attendance at.
Yeah. I mean,
Hopefully multiple.
yes, if we can get multiple bench warmers there, this will be game of the year. Just
yeah.
default off of that. Chiefs are coming to play the Titans in Nashville. 1 o'clock kickoff because they wouldn't dare give the Titans any primetime slots this season. They knew better and they were right. With that being said, give me the Titans.
You know, you're not crazy. I was going to take the Titans too.
I'm taking the Titans. I think we can beat Gardner Minshew. I think we can do it. The Chiefs, I mean, they're eliminated. They're dead. They got nothing to play for. Neither do we. We got young, hungry dudes. They're just a bunch of disappointed old men. Chiefs
Give me
are.
a second.
What are you going to do?
I was about to stand up on my chair, but I realized I'd be totally out of frame if I did that. All right. Well, let's talk some facts here, okay?
Give me the straight
The
facts.
Tennessee Titans have played the Chiefs many a times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times since 2013 to be exact. You know why that number 2013, that year, is kind of valuable in this conversation? The Chiefs have not won in Nashville since 2013.
Interesting.
Keep that streak going. Titans win this one.
Yes, I love this.
And in attendance, I'm going to be like, and in attendance, by the way, I'm sorry, guys. I don't think we've ever actually utilized this in the show. And I'm kind of nervous to even say it, honestly.
Yeah. Say it.
I'm just going to say it. Fuck me. I hate being a Titans fan, man. If we win, I'm gonna be like excited for about 3 seconds because we beat the Chiefs. And like, okay, we beat the Mahomes Chiefs and put ourselves into a worse hole.
That's what I'm saying.
Pick.
We're gonna be in a worse draft spot.
And then if we lose, we'll be like, oh my god, we lost the Mahomes Chiefs.
Yeah,
we got a better draft pick.
If anyone listened this far to get us in trouble for that, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
we really appreciate
it.
Thank you for listening to the Burning the Midnight Oil version of the Benchwarmers. You're a real fan, and we love you.
I was gonna say, I think we said this at the beginning that like these podcast episodes where we're doing it over Zoom, we're gonna be a lot more chaotic and possibly a lot more fun. I feel like we've had like a different version of fun for all these. And they just keep coming organically too. Like this one was the sleep deprived version.
Yes, like I've been on the road literally all day. I drove back from Panama City, still made it in for the pod because we love football.
We do.
And if Bradley wasn't flying over the Midwest right now in shame, he would be here. But he is, so he isn't. Anyway,
let's kick it back to the 1 o'clock game that's actually interesting that we skipped in the beginning.
Yeah.
Buccaneers at Panthers, the first meeting of two, which has every bit of playoff implications written all over it, front, back, and sideways.
This is huge. The Panthers, they don't lose at home.
They don't.
I'm taking the Jungle Panthers, and I think they are here to stay.
You genuinely stole the words out of my mouth. I was
Yes.
literally about to say the Panthers don't lose at home. They don't lose to divisional opponents at home, and the Jungle Panthers come to play.
Yep. Literally word for word, bar for bar.
And I just want to talk about the tragic downfall of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they have fallen.
Sad.
It does. It does. It makes me sad. Makes you sad. The whole world's sad because on Sunday they're getting beat by the Panthers.
And remember, like 10 weeks ago, whenever my hot take was that the Buccaneers were going to go at worst 14-3 because they were all healthy, hot, and just like the fun team to watch. Baker was number one in the MVP race.
Yeah.
And then their stretch of hell happened.
It's like Derrick Rose going down with a knee injury, man. You just hate to see it.
It's just brutal to watch. And are we all taking the Panthers? Andrew, you taking the Panthers?
Oh, I'm taking the Panthers.
I like it. I like it. So the two unanimous that I can pull off the top of my head are the Panthers and the Titans this week. Is that correct? Like the two, yeah, and the Bills.
As of right now.
No, and the Chargers, we got 4.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah.
But like
right now.
out of the close games, it's the two unanimous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right. Falcons at Cardinals, which has potential to be actually an extremely fun game to watch. Kirk like Cousins, a sicko watch.
Kirk Cousins versus Jacoby Brissett in a 27-29 win for one of them. I'm going to take the Falcons. I'm going to take them. They're stronger than the Cardinals. The Cardinals they're dead. They're lifeless. They've got Jacoby Brissett throwing the ball 40 times a game, every game, and it's not going to work.
I too will take the Falcons.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I want to take the Falcons because it's my team. I don't think you guys just understand how disappointing it is. Because I have dealt with this for 30 years. I'm taking the Falcons, but I'm not confident. I feel like the Cardinals could go off for like 52, right?
But I can see it. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett could break the completion record again. Yeah.
This game just has fun written all over it, though.
This is the sneaky fun game of the week.
Yeah, because like both teams are solidly out of number one overall pick contention, and at this point, you're just playing for like pride and glory. This game has so much fun.
They're playing for contracts. Hear me out. Exactly. Kyle Pitts, 260 yards incoming.
Whoa.
Mark it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Jaguars at Broncos in a pretty pivotal seeding matchup. Both these teams seem to be pretty locked into the playoffs, but a pretty pivotal seeding matchup. Also, have y'all noticed how the Broncos have played like every major game so far at home, except for the Eagles game?
And it's helped them out. They win at home.
Yeah.
I think they continue that today, or not today, on Sunday. The Broncos are going to take care of business against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going to second that. Yep. I'm going to second that cautiously because this, like last week was the first week where we've seen the Broncos be on, and these past couple weeks, the Jaguars have been red hot. Though I will say, Andrew, depending on your pick, I might change mine.
Well, I'm going to say this. My heart wants to say Jaguars, right? Just because I'm like, whatever. But I think if we're being realistic, the Broncos defense is so nasty that if any given Sunday you have to bet on the Broncos. So I'll go with the Broncos.
Yeah, not because the Jaguars are bad at all, just because the Broncos are playing at home and they're slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that being said, I alluded to it. I am going to change my pick purely out of heart here. I also have a very good friend who's a Jaguars fan, and I was talking to him earlier this week, and he kept saying, well, streaks are meant to be broken. Streaks are made to be broken. And I kind of love that mentality. So you know what? I think Liam Cohen goes in with that mentality. Though I will say this game is going to be a toss-up until kickoff.
Yeah.
And I will say, I think the winner of this game will win by 10. It's just like I don't know who's going to do it.
Yeah, I
I
can see that. It's just the team that plays the more complete game because they're both capable of it. Um,
Yeah.
but
well,
it's just whoever shows up.
I
Mhm.
I think this is going to be a down to a wire. Like
It could
maybe
be.
maybe 3 points,
Mhm.
just because I don't think the Broncos offense is that good. But
Which, by the way, this has major playoff implications for a like possible second round matchup. Because at this point, it seems like the Broncos are pretty locked into that number 1 seed, and it seems like the Jaguars are going to be pretty locked into that 3 seed,
Hmm.
which means this could be a very likely. When I say second round, I meant conference championship. This seems to be a possibly likely conference championship matchup.
I could see it. I could very much see that.
Yeah. If the Jaguars stay hot, they're not a team you want to play. All these AFC South teams that are like fighting for their like chance to be in, like if they obviously if the Colts still had a healthy Daniel Jones, it would be a lot different. But
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
And we'll
all
talk
right.
about it here in a second. But the next game, Steelers at Lions, both teams 8-6. The spread is Detroit by 7. Vegas favors them a lot.
they tend
That's
to.
a crazy spread, but I am taking the Lions.
I am also taking the Lions, but I would not take it by 7.
Well, bring out your terrible towels because we're going with the Steelers.
Oh, Steelers are coming to town.
Yeah,
Wow.
They're coming to town. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to continue his little hot streak he's got going?
I
Perk
think
Rogers.
I
Perk
think
Rodgers is back.
yeah, I think peak Rodgers, and then just they have a really good running game too. With the I guess the
Hmm.
two-headed attack.
Yeah, they
So
got Gainwell and I'm blanking. It's late.
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So 2-1 Lions over Steelers. Shout out to Andrew saving the graphic. This one should be completely unanimous. The other 425 game Eastern
Whoa.
time.
Whoa. Unanimous?
Well,
I think the Texans barely squeak by in a massive upset here.
you're a funny guy. Right, Raiders at Texans. The spread is, I just got to mention the spread again. It's Houston by 14.5.
Good God.
Yeah.
That might be generous.
What's the Ole Miss is minus 17.5 against Tulane this weekend.
Yeah.
Just for reference, that's a college football spread. Texans across the board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If we still had lock of the week, this would be everyone's lock of the week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that ended so fast.
Yeah, mainly
like
because we all lost within the first 2 weeks.
we did it. The problem was we did it eliminator style.
Yeah, maybe next season we need to actually keep better track of that. It's a
Yeah.
fun concept. We just suck.
It's a fun concept. We just didn't know what we were doing.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing was too is like we were like I remember my second lock of the week ever was the Bills over the Patriots. Like we were
Looking
not
back,
being
that's
smart with
crazy.
we were not being smart with our locks of the week. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be confident here,
No.
dummy.
No, we needed to take or we would have taken the Rams over the Panthers one week though. So
Mm.
you never know with that kind of thing. Here's another game we might never know with the Patriots at the Ravens Sunday night football. Very interesting. I got the
Yeah.
Patriots, but I could very much see the Ravens causing some serious noise here.
Mm-hmm.
I could
Yeah.
see
I
them
just
keeping it close and even winning. You know what? I'm just going to take the Ravens.
I like that. I want to take the Ravens, and honestly, I think that if this had no circumstances involving it, I would take the Ravens. I just think the fact that the Patriots losing 2 games in a row does not feel correct to me. So I'm going to go with the Patriots, but reluctantly.
Yeah.
No.
I just
I
I had to make a crazy pick this week.
That's fair. And
Yeah.
like if there's one that is kind of a toss up, I guess this is it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Patriots are gonna win. I think that the Ravens are what's the word? Predictable. And if you have good coaching, you can beat them easily.
The
So
Patriots, they don't allow big rushing games, and that's what the Ravens have built their entire brand around.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not confident taking the Ravens, but I want to take an upset and I'm allowed to do it because I'm a host of this podcast and you
just
as a listener
yeah,
are not.
I
exactly.
like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Monday Night Football. What could be a fun game? I mean, this was a game like a couple years ago. If Brock Purdy doesn't start in the Super Bowl, the 49ers were completely prepared to sign Phillip Rivers. Like
Mhm.
he could have started a Super Bowl for him a few years ago against the Chiefs. Um, but 49ers at Colts, I don't think Phillip Rivers beats the 49ers. He didn't
I mean,
beat the Seahawks. He kept it close, but he didn't beat them.
yeah, and I just think that the caliber of team that they have in San Francisco is a little bit better.
Yeah,
Um, so I'm gonna go with the Niners. I hope the Colts win,
that would be
but
very fun to see the Colts win.
yeah, but I think we're being realistic. Niners.
Yeah, Niners. I'm taking the Niners.
Yeah, I am. Excuse me. That was kind of gross.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm gonna say this: if there's going to be a game that like Philip Rivers is going to come in and just shock the world on, it's Monday Night Football at home against
Oh
the 49ers,
yeah.
probably wearing those sweet black uniforms, if I had to guess.
Oh
I
yes.
really hope the NFL does a sweet uniform matchup where the 49ers get to wear their white throwbacks with the cool, like, blocky letters.
Yep.
And the Colts get to wear those black, like, ones where it doesn't even have like the horseshoe on the logo, it has the actual horse.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
Please do
Yes,
that.
that would be so
However,
sick.
I don't think it's going to happen. 49ers.
Yeah.
All
I just
right.
don't see him beating them. Should we
And
do
now
hit
for
some
the
quick college football playoffs?
and we will be quick. By the way, we were picking two of these by winner, two of these by spread. Because if we were picking winners of the last two, except for the look that Andrew Patterson has on his face right now, it might be a weird story. Anyways, let's get the spread games out of the way. First of all, let's talk Tulane at Ole Miss. Let's just do game picks first. Tulane or Ole Miss. I'm taking Ole Miss even
Yes.
without the hoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're not going to get a ring with a hoe. You can get a ring without a hoe. So I'm obviously going to take Ole Miss over Tulane. And
Well,
Oh, and
I
also,
would,
I believe in Golding. I'll just say that.
yeah, I think he's put that defense together all year.
is Chambliss playing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He is.
Okay. If Chambliss plays and like the team as a whole is maintained, I'll take Ole Miss. But I was gonna say if Chambliss isn't, I think Tulane can pull it off.
Though I will say, okay, and now let's pick the spread. The spread is, by the way, we don't endorse gambling here. I feel like I
Absolutely
have to
not.
say that for some
Absolutely
reason.
not. Gambling is abhorrent.
Um, but
DraftKings, please sponsor us.
Ole Miss is favored by 17 and a half in this game. Are we taking Ole Miss or are we taking Tulane on that spread?
I'm still taking Ole Miss.
All
I
right.
think I think they can cover easy. I think they're one of the best teams in the SEC in my opinion. Um, and they're just Tulane's not up to their level,
Um,
Yeah.
which is going to be funny here in a minute.
like I don't know because I think Tulane had enough time where they could. I think that they reasonably could compete with Ole Miss, but I don't think that they're going to beat Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? So I think Ole Miss might win by 14. I don't think 17 and a half is reasonable.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're taking Tulane spread on that one.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna agree. I also take Tulane spread with this one.
I like it.
All
We're gonna
right.
do a
And then the
little
next one that we want to go ahead and get out of the way here. Let's get JMU at Oregon, which, by the way, if you haven't been paying attention to Twitter between these two teams, it's the most wholesome, funny exchanges like of all time.
It's
Like,
so sweet.
there's like JMU, there's a bunch of JMU fan accounts doing like fake beef with Oregon fan accounts. All these Oregon fan accounts like, shoot, man, you're right. Like one of them was closest location to a bar by the name of like it was like closest location to a bar that starts with an L. And it was like Eugene 3.1 miles, James Madison 3 miles.
Boom.
Also, Dan
Suck it,
Lanning,
Ducks.
Dan Lanning all time. This is an actual stat. Dan Lanning all time is 3-2 against teams whose primary colors are purple and gold. Guess what JMU's colors are? Purple and gold.
I love it. The
I saw
Twitter
what
the
I
Twitter
saw one
beefs
the
are
other day.
legendary.
and it was like the best one I've seen though. This is like breaking news. Dante Moore quote shit the bed last night thinking about JMU's pass rush.
Fear the Dukes. With that being said, I'm taking Oregon outright, but I am taking the JMU spread. I think the Dukes are going to keep it within 21 and a half. I think they can do it. I got faith in the Dukes. Come on, Sunbelt represent. It's going to be a
I,
bloodbath. Just let me take the spread.
you, you can take the spread. I'm I'm Ducks all the way. I just don't think JMU has the talent to put up with that.
Oh Lord, I'm getting sleepy. In the spirit of March Madness, which is creeping up ever so slowly, I'm taking a 12-5 upset. That's what I'm doing. Just by the spread,
Beautiful.
Okay.
not by any kind
Beautiful.
of outright decision. That'd be crazy.
Beautiful. All right, now let's get into the. Oh, wait, I didn't say my pick. Hold on. I'm with you, Andrew. I've got Ducks and Ducks all the way.
Yeah.
Come on,
I feel like
Dukes.
this is too much of I would love to see the Dukes put up a good fight because I'm a fan of the group of five teams being in. I just think that like there needs to be some form of a system where they need to prove themselves before they get into the tournament. Because this year it's
Yeah,
kind of BS that there's two of them in there.
for sure.
Anyways, let's go. Let's hit the really intriguing games now. First of all, the Friday night matchup, which why they put this on Friday night, I don't know. I feel like you should have put Tulane Ole Miss or JMU Oregon as the Friday night game.
Exactly.
Oklahoma's called off all exams this day, called off all classes. Student tickets are apparently only like they're obviously playoff tickets, so the NCAA sets prices, but apparently the university is paying for a lot of the students' tickets, and like they're only gonna be like $20.
That's
Like,
it's gonna be rocking.
Oklahoma wants this game so bad, and they need this game honestly from a program standpoint. Alabama at Oklahoma, a rematch of the game that a lot of people thought put Alabama out of the playoffs. They got to go prove it in Norman. By the way, the spread for this one is 1.5. So I'm just gonna say we don't do spread on this. Just do a pure
No,
pick.
it's straight toss up. I think the Crimson Tide can get revenge. I think they can go back in and get the job done. I'm taking the Crimson Tide in the Alabama.
We're about to be butting heads because I don't think they can. I think the
Nah,
Sooners are here to stay.
nah, don't say it. Don't say it now.
I'm picking with my heart, not my mind. I'm going Oklahoma, and I think it is because I hate to say the team that set Mateer on fire. Mateer has been looking pretty good ever since he beat the living dog snot out of the balls. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think that Mateer
he's
can get
hot.
it done. Also at home, that is a huge factor here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
More than anything, because you're avoiding Bryant Denny.
Well,
Oh, that
and
would be
the
rough.
Mm.
the other factor too is Alabama just got beat by Georgia for no
Yep.
reason whatsoever other than like an SEC championship. And I think that just negatively impacts your mentality.
Yeah, I'm looking up if Jam Miller's going to be out. He is expected to be available for this game, which that's huge for Alabama.
Yeah, they're gonna
But
need him.
he might be a little rusty. I don't know. I'm so excited for this game, though. I think that game's going to be awesome. Two of the biggest college football blue bloods and an SEC versus SEC matchup in the playoffs is always fun.
Love to see it.
Finally, our last game we were talking about, then some very quick hot takes because we are all delirious and tired here.
We need to get out of here. These hot takes are gonna be wild.
Miami at Texas A&M. Texas
Oh,
A&M is favored by 3.5 in this one. So another one where I don't think we should pick the spread just because it's so tight. But I mean,
I mean,
if you want to pick the spread and cover your butts a little bit, go for it.
both these teams have a common win over Notre Dame, very close wins. I like Texas A&M more simply because they're the team that I use in NCAA 26 Road to the College Football Playoff. And Marcel Reed is the best read option quarterback in that game. And I love using the Aggies. And I just think they're the better football team. They got dudes everywhere. Casey Conception. Um, I'm blanking on the running back's name, but he's so nice. I said Marcel Reed. Cassius Howell on defensive edge. They just got dudes. Miami's got dudes, but not as good as Texas A&M. Bro,
The you.
The U,
bro.
baby.
Oh my Lord, Andrew, you're killing me tonight. I'm gonna have
Malachi
nightmares about
Tony.
this.
Malachi Tony is one of, if not the best wide receiver in college football. Carson Beck has been here before.
True, true. They got
I
Ruben
just
Bain too, who is I wouldn't mind on the Titans at all.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I truly, I agree honestly with you, Andrew, but I also agree with you, Abe. I'm taking Texas A&M, but I was actually
let's
talking to my
go.
dad about this today. What team do I think is better? I think A&M is better, but what team do I think has a better chance of winning the national championship? It sounds so weird and so twisted, but I think Miami is a better national championship team than A&M is. Like if Miami wins this game, I'd be very tempted to pick them. Um, really going forward,
Yeah,
honestly.
I
But if
mean because yeah,
A&M wins this game, then I will more than likely pick Texas Tech to beat the. Which, by the way, we will continue the college football picks until the playoffs are
oh
over.
yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is such a great matchup, though. Shout out to the committee. The two non cupcake matchups are fantastic this season.
Yeah,
Yes.
which the playoffs still need to be improved overall. Like I think going to a 16 team would be better just because
Mm-hmm.
who's against more football, more teams getting in, which means less
Mm-hmm.
teams bitching and moaning on Twitter. Better for
Yeah.
everybody.
I
Yeah.
saw a concept. I'll mention this super quick and get y'all's thoughts on it super quick. Then we'll hit hot takes. I think this is inspired by Gruden's take on how to improve the playoffs, which I think everyone's kind of seen at this point, to just like add games pretty much. But I saw an improved version where in order to be the bottom two conference champions, if they are ranked outside of the top four normally, then they have to play a play-in game against the top two out of the first two out
I would love that.
and put the first one in the morning of the Army Navy game and put the second one in the night of the Army Navy game.
I love it. Why
I think
not?
that like imagine seeing like especially this season it would have worked great.
It
Last season it would not have worked because the four teams, the four conference champions were the top four.
the adding more games, in my opinion, is so much better because it removes
Mm.
all the hypothetical scenarios
Yeah.
that
Well,
play out.
because now Diego Pavia will get to live in his trailer park home in about 30 years. Now, once he's spent all of his money, sold his Heisman Trophy, and
Yeah.
is snorting bags of crystal meth because he doesn't even have money to buy it anymore.
That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, he's addicted to cocaine and owns a car dealership off of his NIL money
Yeah.
that he somehow managed to keep.
Yeah. But anyways, I mean, like Pavia and Vanderbilt fans will take this season to their grave that they should have been in over Miami. Notre Dame fans will take this season to their grave. We should have been in over Miami. Cool. Prove it.
Yeah,
Go
I don't
beat
know.
go
Maybe
beat JMU and Tulane on the road.
yeah.
Well, and well, I do like how they I do like that they added JMU and Tulane because like I guess I
It's
like
fun to see small guys in the playoffs.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, the
Yeah.
underdog tale. But realistically, like JMU going up against the Ducks.
Yeah, it's the first year it's not going to be pretty, but
Yeah.
if they keep this up, we're going to see upsets
Mhm.
over the years.
And they're also building this up. Like, this is something else I want to say. In college basketball, these upsets happen very frequently because it's basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone can be like, literally, this is gonna sound crazy, and this is not even a hot take. This is just like a 1 in a million chance. Like, you can have us three go against three NBA players, and there is a genuine chance we win the game if we're just on fire shooting and the NBA players are totally off. Because that's how
Yeah.
basketball is.
Yeah,
Now,
it's so much
the chances
smaller.
of us winning are 1 in a billion. But like, I mean, for college basketball, these like group of five schools going against these like power four schools, whatever. Like upsets are really easy to come by in those because every single one of those guys are high school hoopers who are good enough to play at the college level, or at this point, international hoopers who are good enough to play at the college level.
Mm-hmm.
For college football, it's not that way, especially with NIL now. You cannot tell me that a JMU team worth 1.2 million can beat a $70 million Ohio State team.
True, true.
except with the
But
power of friendship.
the power of friendship and the attempts at Twitter beef.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess here's another question because I think football is so dependent on coaching. Who even is the coach for JMU?
It's
I know
well,
who it is next season.
it's I think
Oh,
it's
Bob Chesney. Bob Chesney.
Chesney, but he's going to UCLA. He's
Yeah.
staying in JMU to
Mhm.
coach the playoffs.
Yeah. Mind you, I'll say both of these group of five coaches aren't even on the team anymore. They're just staying because they're decent human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Summerall and Chesney.
Yeah.
But yeah, credit to them. Love to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah. So what are our hot takes here?
I've already said my hot take. I think that the Chiefs paid someone on the Chargers or some kind of like backdoor deal to injure Patrick Mahomes, keep him out next year, tank, get Patrick Mahomes, Jeremiah Smith. That's my grand conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I have
My
a double.
my hot take. I don't think Joe Burrow is going to be on either. He's not going to be on the Bengals next year. He's not going to be in the NFL. One of the two.
I love that.
You could see him retiring.
I could see him retiring because he's getting beat up.
He's got like Andrew Luck vibes.
Yeah, very Andrew Luck vibes.
Mm-hmm. All right, Grayson, finish us off.
I have a double hot take also to coincide with our 3-week re-theme of also including college football games. I want to drop a college football related hot take as well.
Let's do it.
My NFL related hot take is that I'm not putting an if on this, though there is an if, but since it's a hot take, I'm not going to put an if on it. The Titans will build extremely well in the offseason and be a wild card team next season.
Okay.
Ooh.
See that?
I could see that.
I'm not saying win in the division because with the way the Jaguars, the Texans, and the Colts are looking,
it's going to be one
player. The Colts are one player away from being a 15-2 team again.
Yeah,
and
if the Titans make some really good offseason moves and Cam Ward develops, the young guys develop, and we get the right coach, we get a semi competent head coach, we can go 9-8.
Yep, that's my NFL related hot take. The hot take we're going to close with on the show, which is going to make me sound like an SEC homer, though I don't care. No Big Ten teams will make the Final Four.
So who you got?
Texas Tech will make the Final Four. They will beat Oregon, which that hurts my soul a little bit because those are my two like fun teams I've loved all year.
Yep.
I think that A&M's the 6, so they're going to be A&M Georgia.
A&M 7.
Oh, A&M is 7. Okay. Well, then you know what? I think the winner of A&M and Miami will take down a Ohio State team who has been sitting on the couch for a little too long. And I don't think that's that wild to say.
Yeah.
I think Indiana is due for a loss, and I think that Oklahoma or Alabama are both terrible matchups for them.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That is one thing that pretty much every analyst agrees on.
Those are buzzsaws.
Indiana got the shortest end of the stick they possibly could have. Now 2 years in a row, the number one team has gotten the shortest end of the stick they possibly could have.
They got the prove it game. They got to prove it this year. Indiana does, and I don't know if they can.
Yeah.
And again, that 3-6 game between Georgia and who would that be?
Ole Miss.
Yeah, Georgia, Ole Miss, or Tulane. There's not even a Big Ten team in that conversation, so we don't talk about that.
One more thing I want to do. We're going to go around the room and we're going to simply name our national champion. No rhyme or reason. We're going to end off with that. Grayson, give me your national champion.
So see, my national champion pick is Oregon, which goes against my hot take. So I'm going to switch it. I just think Oregon's a super fun team. I think they're super powerful. I think they can get it done. But I'm going to switch it. And I'm going to say that.
You know who it is.
I'm going to say the Georgia Bulldogs.
Damn it. Grayson, you stole mine. I'm taking Georgia.
I was born, bred, and raised for this very moment. Right? The Dogs.
Yes.
All the way. And I'm going to say this. It's the Dogs, asterisk, right? Because there is a chance that with the bye week we saw last year, the bye week's really bad. So in which case, if not the Dogs, the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, I love that take. I totally love that take. I'm not going to lie. Totally love that take. I think they have the best playoff ready quarterback in this thing.
If there's a
Not
time for him to get hot, it would be the
not the
playoffs.
not the best quarterback, just the most playoff ready quarterback.
Yeah.
Plus, imagine a Carson Beck revenge game against Georgia in the playoffs.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
would feed families.
It'd feed generations.
That would feed Abella Danger for 3 years.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Benchwarmers NFL week, I think 15 that we're on now.
15 recap, 16 upcoming.
15 recap, what Greyson said.
Yeah.
We're gonna sign off for tonight. We are running on very low fumes. We had to get y'all some ball. We love y'all. Thanks for listening. And Alex, please get us an ad.
Please.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. See ya.